What is up, everybody? Welcome back. I feel like it's been an eternity since we've done a live stream.
And it's only been a couple of weeks, but it feels like it's been a while.
Got so used to doing these every night or every Thursday night that it was just really weird not having the last 2 weeks. But welcome back. Welcome back to the After Hours with the Crew. Tonight is the three of us in one place, and we're just going to talk about...
We're going to talk about bikes?
We're going to talk about motorcycles a little bit tonight, at least for a few minutes until you guys sidetrack us. We're going to talk about whether you should buy a new bike or do mods and upgrades to your current bike. And the reason I came up with this topic is because I got two guys sitting next to me that have done each of those in the last, well, yours was a longer process, but in the last week, they both got their bikes back. New bike here, new old bike here. And I just thought it was interesting, kind of a discussion as to, what led. And if you've watched this week's video, you touched on it, basically in the video this week, what led. But we'll discuss that a little bit more, and maybe you can talk about it again for the people that haven't seen the video yet. But talk about what led George to decide to trade in his 2018 Road Glide that he'd only had for a couple years. And what made Austin want to put all this work and labor and more money into his bike that's a 2013?
2013, yeah.
As opposed to, trading it in. So we kind of want to talk about that. They don't know, but I got some questions written down for each of them.
We don't know them either.
We don't know the questions either.
But first, let's go into the side chat and see what. Hello, Mrs. Blacktop. Check out the flag she sent.
Yep. She sent us this. Blacktop sent us this nice Baggers and Brews flag we got up in the background.
So this was a nice surprise. I got back from the VAM 21 trip. When was it? Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Got
back on a. What did I get back? Sunday evening. Had all his mail on the table. Kids told me that I have to get a P.O. box because we're getting too much mail shipped to us because we had a beer sent to us. And another package, a mystery package, and I opened it up, and it was this flag from the Blacktops. A really nice, I wasn't expecting
nice gesture.
that. It was a great gesture. We really appreciate that. So here it is. We figured we'd put it up tonight for everybody to see. I'm not sure if we'll leave it here or we'll do something else with it, but...
Well, she thought it was going in the driveway.
She thought it was going in the driveway, I think, but...
I think it's staying here.
It might stay here.
I think this fits better.
I'm thinking this might be one of those, we'll take it to us. To us. I can't even talk. We'll take it to us. We'll take it with us, like when we go to like Daytona, like if we got a balcony room, we'll zip tie it to the balcony kind of a thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that might travel with us, but for the time being, it's going to be up here. What do we get?
She said, "Don't worry, Bert. She'll send another one for outside."
I know which flag she wants you to take down.
We're not talking about that right now.
Dottie likes the flag.
We got you.
What's up, Mike?
So
that's funny.
So the flag is awesome, new edition, and who else is inside? Mike out there, what's up? He likes the flag. Barbara CVL wants to know when we're doing a local ride.
So we need to talk about that and figure that out. That's something we need to figure out, and we need to do a ride with Barbara up North Jersey.
Oh yeah, we
do.
Well, we're doing a local ride this weekend, I think.
Yeah,
and that's a poker run, but it's not like something that we set up.
So if you're in Jersey, Friday night we'll put up on our Instagram if we plan to do this particular poker run.
It's really close to us. It's super local for us, which is kind of why I was thinking about doing it. Plus it's raising money for Baca, which, if you know, our buddy Pro Monkey is in the organization that we will not remain nameless with because we're not in it, Baca. So, we like to support that because he supports us.
So, Fort Stooge, now you got the answer. We're doing the poker run on Saturday.
Well, we haven't decided that, Austin.
I think you just mentioned we are. We're doing it.
It's a possibility. We're going to figure that out in the next 24 hours. Who else is in the side, George? What do you got over there?
Big Josh HG just got the mug that we mailed him with some stickers. He was the winner of our Baggers and Brews mug raffle that we were I honestly humbled by the
Put him on all his
effort
vehicles.
that went
That's
out there.
awesome.
We need to send
So-
him
Thank
more.
you. Well, I think I sent him
Mhm.
4, so
Four?
I don't remember, but I threw a couple extra in there. Stevie Foe, what's going on? Hey, it's the Moto Martian.
Mortician.
Oh, it's Mortician. My bad.
What do you I called him Martian last second.
Yeah, you did.
You sure did.
My bad.
Adam Rugg is enjoying a 3 Daughter Beach Blonde Ale. Sounds like a good summer beer.
Ooh.
So, Barbara, that begs the question: do you ever come down to South Jersey, man? I mean, we'll come up north, but I'm just curious if you ever get down in the Pine Barrens to ride, because it's nice down here. It's just
It is
different.
nice.
What's up, Bells? What's up, Ty?
Bells, Ty.
Mhm.
I got to meet Ty down in Virginia.
Oh yeah.
Him and his- yeah,
At
he's
Van
right.
21.
Which you guys have not seen the video for that yet, because that's going to take some work, because
Kind
kind of like that whole trip was for the Piney Princess and I. Some of the audio on some of my video stuff got a little screwed up, so we're working on figuring out how to create a video that will be worth watching with what I did, because I'm not used to having to do all the recording by myself. Usually we got 2 or 3 people recording at one time, so. And dealing with the rain, I got a little flustered a few times.
And the traffic.
But there will be a VAM 21 video coming out, hopefully sooner rather than later, where you guys can see what went on down there. If you ever end up in Colorado, first round, yeah, I'd love to get to Colorado.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, good to see you. So,
what are y'all drinking?
What are we drinking? That's a good question. What are you drinking, George?
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking some Ship Bottom hard cider this evening. Nice
Ship
low
Bottom.
ABV. I got an early morning tomorrow, so I'm already 3 ciders in, and I don't even feel like I drank any beer.
Well, you didn't.
It's
Drink cider.
It's not beer.
I am drinking what's called Glorious Warrior from Tuckahoe Brewing, which is another South Jersey local brewery, and it's IPA, of course. And it's very, I think it's pretty tropical.
It's very tropical.
And what is it? I can't read. You said it was 8.5%?
8.5%, yeah.
Tiny writing on these cans.
Tiny writing, plus it's
Red on black.
Hey, can't.
So what do you got?
I have some other half jumbo slice. It's an Imperial India pale ale. It's an 8%.
Hate those Imperial Indians.
Imperial Indians, man.
Well, cheers to everybody out there. What are you guys drinking? Put it in the side chat if you're having a beverage
Cheers.
tonight.
Yeah, man.
Love to know what you're drinking. So, I want to start with
Oh, that's nice.
Austin.
What?
I want you to fill us in, give us the rundown on what was done to the Road King while it was in the shop.
What was done? Where do you want me
Leave nothing out. The floor is yours.
Where do you want me to begin?
At the beginning.
Wow. But the beginning was when it was picked up. First of all, I had the cams and everything out. The bike, the motor was half apart when he came to pick up the bike. So by the end of the week, he had the motor completely torn apart. He had the heads off. He had the jugs off. He had the pistons out. He had the whole case out. The crank was out. Everything. So what has been replaced on the bike? The rockers have been replaced. The pistons have been replaced. The jugs have been replaced. The crank was replaced. And all the bearings, everything. The cams, the lifters, push rods. It's got adjustable push rods on it. Everything was pretty much replaced. The jugs were actually honed out.
Jugs.
That's what they are, the jugs.
You did say jugs.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did say jugs.
All right.
That's what you call them. It's the jugs.
The jugs. It is
So
what you call them.
jugs. So first things first, the rockers, the pin, it showed massive wear. I kind of noticed it when I had it apart before, but by the time that we were done, it was there and he was looking at it. He replaced both pins on both the rockers. The valves, he was able to save the valves that were not bent or anything like that, but he did go ahead and smooth them out and seat them perfectly to the head. He did a port and polish on the head Really smooth.
He went from jugs to head.
Judge the
Polish
head.
his
Hey,
head.
if y'all know bikes,
He
you know what
polished
we're talking
his
about.
head.
So this guy, he does all his machine work, which is Chuck over FPF Performance over in the Ben Salem area. He polished the heads really nice and smooth, not a single sharp edge anywhere on that head, and the valves fit in there so perfect that it literally was like suction going down. He replaced the springs according to the cams that we picked out. The throttle body was not changed out, nor was the fuel injectors, because we went with a more roadworthy setup over a crazy race setup. So, but he did go ahead and port and polish the head intake to the size of the throttle body. So that's sitting really nice. The throttle bodies also was touched up a little bit. I mean, that's only the beginning. Wow.
Well, that was only like 3 minutes, so you can keep
It
going.
was. So now mind
That's
you,
what we're here for, buddy.
yeah, mind you, this whole process, he said it was going to take about 6 to 8 weeks. And of course, 6 to 8 weeks without a bike, which has been longer for me because I was trying to figure out what the heck to do. So on top of that, he went ahead and decked the heads to take any imperfections away.
Hey,
or anything like that. What's up?
I don't mean to. We'll get back to your story
Yeah,
real quick. Just a quick shout out to Wit, who found time to get on the side chat here as she does her 48 states in 10 days.
Something like that. I don't know. Ridiculous.
That's awesome. I thought she was close to halfway when I saw some of her Instagram stuff, but awesome. You know, if you guys aren't following her, go check out her channel and check her out on Instagram, where she's posting a lot of her updates as to her trip that she's on right now. So thank you for popping in here. I know you are busy. And
just make sure you check her links and stuff like that. If you can go ahead and give her a tank of gas so she can accomplish this, hey, go for it. It's for a good cause.
Cool. All right, continue with your polish and ports.
Polish and ports. Where was I?
You're polishing your heads.
You polish your heads
and the
and
jugs.
they fixed your jugs. Continue.
So the whole plan with the bike, since it was completely destroyed inside, we went ahead and made it a 113. So now it's been jugged out to a 113. He went ahead and honed the jugs. Man, you guys never heard jugs before.
See, you're laughing yourself. So you can't even say without laughing.
I'm laughing because you guys are
You're
laughing.
welcome. Wit.
Absolutely, Wit.
Jealous. She's on an awesome ride. I'm saying
It's on an awesome bike too. So what's she riding? The Pan American.
Pan America.
Pan American. That's
What you said is racist. Xenophobic and all
It's
that.
gonna be
other
one of
stuff.
those
You
nights.
need to just
It's
chill,
gonna
bro.
be one of
Here we go.
Continue about your bike, bro. We're interested to hear.
Oh,
So he went ahead and honed out the jugs to fit the bigger pistons, which is, I believe, waistcoat pistons, ceramic coated. It's supposed to have really high compression. If I'm not mistaken, it was an 11.51 compression. His method, his theory is, if you get the right cam with the right compression, you get the most power at a more efficient rate than any other setup. So on top of that, the pistons got changed out to the waistcoat ceramic coated. The crank got sent out to Dark Horse. Dark Horse actually makes some race cranks and everything like that too. They also go ahead and mill all the cranks if they're bent or anything like that. So they actually opted to scrap mine, and there's a brand new Dark Horse balanced blueprint to crank in the bike now, which it's crazy. That's not a Stevie O. That's not a Stevie O.
New drinking game. We got to drink every time Austin says jugs.
You guys better have a 6-pack in front of you.
Hey, I want to give another shout out to Des, Windroad Therapy, another one we met down there in Piney Princess in Virginia and hung out with all day.
Mhm.
Really, really cool chick. Rode up there, drove up there with her. I believe she had a toy hauler and like a 250 or something like that pickup by herself up there camping by herself. I believe she rides a Fury.
Yeah.
I think. So yeah, we got to hang out with her all day. Really cool chick. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, she was from the Bronx maybe, but cool Northeast chick. We had a good time hanging out with her. So I just want to give her a shout out real quick.
Good stuff.
Hold on. Here it is. Here's the comment we've been waiting for.
Uh-oh.
Adam Rugg should have just bought a new bike.
I'll get to that later on, Senor Adam Rugg.
Okay. So,
Hold on. Can I get a...
oh, would you like another seltzer water? Sure. Let me go in the beer fridge. Get you a seltzer water.
Thank you.
Would you like a club? Get some lime with that?
I wouldn't mind a little lime with that. You got some lime in there?
I do, but I saved that for me. So, are you? What else? What else? What is?
Well, the
I didn't hear
crank.
anything about pipes.
Well, that's coming.
Oh, you're still going. Okay.
Yeah, the crank got changed out along with I can't remember the brand of the bearings, but he put in like the top end bearings in there.
You should know this. How are we gonna do a video if you know?
It ended up getting the Andrews 60H cams in it, which is a nice even power to torque ratio. So it's
Yeah. So.
George. Is that like a White Claw?
Yeah. You keep talking over there. You keep talking.
So we went with the 60H. It also has the fueling oil pump and cam plate. Opted not to go with the SNS just because of the with the cam that we were going with. I didn't need to go that crazy. The SNS cam oil pump and cam plate are very good, but the fueling was more made it to the cams that we chose. The other thing that got changed out, like Bert was saying, is the pipes. It no longer has the Vance and Hines True Duals, and it has the Kirker slip-ons. Now it has the Bassani B4s 2-into-1.
Before what?
B4s 2-into-1 pipe. The straight shots, not the megaphones, which by far probably one of the best exhausts out there they have for these bikes. And the sound that comes out of them, oh, it's choice.
Yeah, 2-in-1s are cool.
Yeah.
So you're 2-into-1, and now you have to do a dummy pipe, right?
I did get a dummy pipe for the other side, which is just basically dead weight. It's just a pipe, but I do have both cutouts on the backs, and I'm not going to be one of those that doesn't have a pipe on the cutout. So it's already installed.
Yeah. Oh, it is? Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, it's already installed. It took like 30 minutes. Me and Ginny went ahead and knocked it out. So
You're
Nice.
welcome, Des. If you guys haven't checked out Windroad Therapy's channel, go give it a look and watch a couple videos.
I think she's got an awesome Instagram account.
Yeah, see if you like it.
Yeah.
Give it a subscribe if you do. So that it? That all you did?
I mean, it's pretty much the whole engine is new. Everything was replaced. The box that I got back of
Yeah, you got to
damage.
up top.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks done with an empty, and with it being a CVO and that paint, you're not going to
Yeah.
go get a new bag with it,
Yeah.
a solid side. So you got to go
Mhm.
like that.
I did have to ghost pipe it, even though it's a little bit of dead weight. But honestly, it only weighs like 6 pounds at most for the whole setup. I had to put it.
Yeah.
So that's a 2013 Road King CVO, Adam Rugg.
How many miles?
It's got, when all this happened, it had 41,000 miles. Right now it has 43,000 miles. So, and the main cause to all this was a collapsed lifter that lost the bearing on the roller. That bearing went through the whole motor. The pistons that came out looked like a cat just scratched them all up on the sides. They're bad. They're really
You
bad.
have cats.
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
So
Salty and Sprinkles, what's up? So
it was pretty tore up. So it's a brand new motor, and I've been riding her for a few days now. I'm still in the breaking period of it. So pretty soon I'll get the final tune, and then we'll really get to see what this bike can do. And it's crazy already as it is. So it's very exciting, actually.
All right, enough about you.
Couple comments.
Couple comments.
Shoot.
What are the comments?
Stevie Foe, Amy wants to know if you've seen all of the pics with the hat.
I have seen a lot
All
of the
pics
pics
with the hat. Yes.
I'm very excited for the poker run, the world record poker
Poker
run,
run.
to see some more pics. But I have seen several of the pics. I gotta say, it's a good looking hat. Just saying. Maybe a little biased. But it's a good looking hat.
we did see her standing by that road glide that
Saw
that she's got to
And
get.
none of you some bitches is wearing his shirt today.
Nope.
Next one, Stevie. Next live stream, I'll make sure Austin wears it.
that. Actually, I did.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
It might.
It's somewhere.
It might be somewhere.
Oh, is it in a future video?
It might be.
Okay.
Very nice. Very
Okay,
nice.
what else? Any other comments? You said there's a couple
Oh, here's a good comment right here. Mike Gauthier. So, are you riding Saturday, Austin?
I am in. Just can't do a lot of highway speeds just yet, but I am in to ride.
So he'll see us after we get to
all
the
that
stops.
power and he can't get on the highway.
It's braking. Can't do the braking.
Man,
All that power. He's still slower than Bert.
I still got the fastest bike in the group. Keep saying it until I see otherwise.
Oh,
All right,
man.
George, your turn.
All right, what do we got?
Now it's kind of a recap for you because, like I said, you touched on all this in this week's video. But pretend none of these people saw that video, which I'm sure they all did, being the awesome loyal subscribers that they are. Pretend they didn't, and tell us again what made you decide to trade in the 2018 Road Glide for the Geezer Glide.
For the Geezer Glide. The first two reasons, obviously, we talked about. One is storage space, because that tour pack is nice. I don't care what you say. There's a lot of room in that tour pack. Passenger comfort was a big part of it. I mean, you wouldn't think with a bagger, but on the Road Glide, when you have a backrest on there with a passenger, that backrest kind of pushes the passenger a little bit forward, and takes a lot of different, positions for them to shift around in that. So a long day in the back of the Road Glide is, not necessarily the most comfortable thing. When the tour pack on there, Stacy's definitely further back on the bike. The tour pack sits the passenger further
So
back.
you're trying to get her away from you.
So
Gotcha.
So
That's actually the first thing that Jeannie said whenever I put mine on. Is she sits further back.
she sits further back,
Yeah.
and it is definitely more comfortable. I mean, we did a reasonably long day on Sunday, and usually like the ride home, that last stretch of the ride home where we really don't stop and take breaks. We go from wherever we were to home is the stretch that kind of wears on her, and she was pretty good on that ride. The other thing is the technology was finally to a point where I felt like the upgrade was worth it. In 2018, we didn't have RDRS. We had ABS, right? The power on the 114, I can't wait to open this engine up and, put that stage 1 on there, because the power on this 114 it's a completely different engine than the 107.
Mhm.
It's got the torque is much even all the way across the power band than the 107 was. And you wouldn't think it was that much of a deal. So what do you see there? You see a good
You
comment?
say trunks are easy to use?
I don't know.
What kind of trunks? Like swim trunks?
It might be.
Yeah, I'm wearing a pair right now.
Bert's wearing swim trunks right now.
So
I mean, that
really
was,
not wearing anything.
that was the big thing. So it came to, I forget where we were headed. We were headed out, and we were talking about VAM because I was still trying to go to VAM at that point. And, Stacy's words to me were, wouldn't it be nice to make that trip if you had, an Ultra or, something along that? And I said, it's funny you say that, because we're going to test drive bikes on Saturday. And test drove 2 bikes that Saturday. One was a Street Glide CVO, which obviously was not in my cards to get. One, I'm not a Batwing fairing guy, and 2, I just wasn't dropping probably the $50,000 by the time you leave the dealership on what a CVO actually would wind up by the time you're done with tax and tags and everything. So test drove this Road Glide Limited, and fell in love with it to the point where Bert test drove it after me to see what the hype was about. What did you think about the bike?
I thought it was awesome. I mean, I've said this already. Like, I'm not in the market for a new bike.
Yeah.
But that sure made me think about wanting to be in the market for a new bike.
Yeah. So it was when I bought the Road Glide in 18. That was like when they were separating out the special line and the standard FL TRX, to the S. And at that time, you were paying like $4,000. It was like $4,500, basically for a nicer radio, different paint with the option to have it blacked out, and suspension that was supposed to be a little bit better.
69 or watching. That's a cool number.
So that was it. And I just couldn't see justifying like that almost $5,000 for, a radio and for that stuff. So in 2019, they came out and they started giving the specials the bigger engine. They started putting different options on the specials that they didn't have. So that's why in 18, I just didn't buy the special. But this bike is awesome and it handles great.
Awesome.
I mean, it's so much more balanced, I feel like, than the Road Glide without the tour pack. And I don't know whether it's just weight distribution, having the tour pack on the back, or the weight from having the radiators down low, whatever that is. It's the bike handles so much better than the regular Road Glide.
What was the total on that for the build?
That's an Austin question.
Let's get into your financials.
Yeah, Big Josh HD, you asked what the total was for the build. I'd rather not disclose that because it makes me puke every time I, even think about it.
You can DM him. He'll
More than a little and less than a whole bunch.
Yeah, so if you want to go ahead and DM me, and I'll go ahead and share that, but not on live. It's boo. It's really boo. It's horrible, but all worth it. Go ahead, George.
So I mean, those were the reasons. And if you watch the video, I kind of go over what, I actually going from
Kawasaki Vulcan.
Yeah, Vulcan.
Okay. Not bad.
Going from a soft tail to a bagger, I thought was a big deal. I mean, just the weight and stuff.
That's a big change.
Just the the intimidation factor of going from a soft tail to this name that we're full dressers. We were, joking around with that name that nobody uses anymore. But to, a full touring bike, it's, really, I kind of should have, bought that bike in 2018, but everything works out for a reason. And I have this bike now, which if you guys haven't seen is a Gauntlet Gray Road Glide Limited. And it is awesome. It is awesome.
Somebody asked where Professional Monkey is tonight. I believe he said he was going to be busy packing for a trip that they got.
He's going
to Disney.
Yep.
For his anniversary. So he's got a written note excuse. So he's okay. So now you touched on this in the video. Kind of, but you really didn't say why you didn't go with this option. Why did you not just buy a tour pack and some lowers?
Well, the technology was, to put lowers and a tour pack on that bike, we all know what a tour pack costs. By the time you're done color matching a tour pack and buying the mounting hardware and getting everything for the tour pack, you're talking like $1,500.
It's about 12
roundabout. Well, okay.
I've actually been priced.
Have you actually? Okay.
Yeah, I had Van Black.
I haven't looked
to get my color match with all the black hardware, and to get the mounting bracket, which I would need because I don't have. It was just over 11, I believe.
Okay.
And I think the shipping was free.
And that's before you put any lights on it.
Well, that's without.
That's
aftermarket lights.
That's before you put any lights on it.
Well.
And the nice thing about having limited is now you have lights and the lights are up higher, so people can see them easier. I mean, I don't think that's like a make or break point, but they are up higher. The other thing is I wanted hard lowers, and I had mixed feelings about putting hard lowers on the regular M8 because the lowers that go on limiteds and ultras do have radiators in them. They are water cooled. I've ridden with soft lowers in rain and cooler weather. Bert recently borrowed my soft lowers to go to Van because it was going to be raining, And how was that experience with the
hated
soft lowers?
I hated them. Well, I'm not going to complain about the rain and them not keeping me dry because it rained for 9 hours straight.
Right.
It was not going to keep me dry.
But that's not your complaint.
That's not my complaint. Now, on my bike, my 103, I could feel the heat build up around my motor. I could feel it when I put my feet on the floorboards. Within like 5-10 seconds, my right foot was like on fire. So obviously the wind wasn't getting in there to blow, to cool that. And I felt like, because like I said, when we first left, we hit a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
I felt like my engine sputtered a few times, and I was like, what's up with that? It wasn't until I got deeper into that trip that I realized when I was driving highway speeds and put my foot on the floorboard, I was like, why is my foot hot?
Yeah.
And that was the only I've never felt that before in the 4 years I've had this bike.
Yeah.
Driving at a highway speed and putting my foot on the floorboard and like instantly feeling my toes getting hot. So I was like, I don't like it. I mean, it's tough enough to keep these motors cooled
when you're traffic and everything else.
Blocking that wind. So when we got down to Virginia, I took them off and put them in my bags, and I didn't use them coming home just because.
Let me ask you this:
you said you never had that issue. You rode with them to Sturgis.
I rode with them to Sturgis, and maybe that's an M8 versus
maybe
twin cam thing.
Gotta be.
I mean, if you ask me, I thought that M8 was very hot. Like my Road Glide's M8, but I didn't think it was hot up front. The catalytic converter on my M8 was murder.
Yeah.
I mean, the back of your thigh on my Road Glide got really, really hot.
Yeah. I was actually told after picking up the bike that I should remove the lowers on mine, but they come with it from the factory.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says those are engine killers because they do keep the engine a lot warmer than what it should.
So that was the thing. So now, with the Limited, your top end's water cooled.
Mm-hmm.
So that's helping keep that engine a little bit cooler. So Robert Veering, still cheaper than a new bike. Well, Robert, yes and no. I had a unique situation. I traded in. Not only did I trade in my 2018 Road Glide, but I also traded in a 2009 Crossbones. So by trading in both of those bikes, I actually lowered my payment significantly. And that was kind of the unique situation that I had, which was, another thing that led into that decision.
And let's not avoid the biggest plus to all of this.
What's that?
You got rid of that crusty brown-ass bike.
I know. The guys didn't like the brown, man. Ah.
Nope.
Listen, we couldn't say anything while you had it, but now that it's gone, No, Sonny. I don't need the bike that he has is liquid cooled. That's what I would buy. The Road Glide Limited is what I will be my next bike, most likely, and it's liquid cooled. So I don't need an Indian, because the Indian I would buy would be, if I had to buy an Indian, it would be a Challenger. And let's ask Salty on here, if he's still here, about his fantastic experience with the old Indian Challenger.
If you've watched his channel.
It hasn't been all rainbows and sunshine over there in the Indian land.
Or sprinkles.
So,
yeah.
Now I would definitely go, sort of liquid cooled. What does that mean?
Well, because the top end's liquid cooled. I mean, the bottom end's not. It's not like a, it's not a completely liquid cooled metric. I mean, it is what it is. But yes, so sort of liquid cooled is kind of the answer. Well, yes, Kenneth Baker says, George, tell us the Crossbones was not compromised this purchase. Listen, Kenneth, man, I wasn't giving that bike. I wasn't giving that bike the love that it deserved. It needed a number of things done, and at the end of the day, I got a really good trade in for it. And
this is a conversation that we've had multiple times.
And you got me. Stacy's in the side chat. She will tell you. I had all intentions of trading a Crossbones when I bought the original Road Glide. I went out to the shed. I started it up. I walked back in the house, and I was like, we need to figure out another way to buy the Road Glide because I'm not trading the Crossbones. And I just wasn't ready to let it go. And honestly, I thought I would ride it more, having that second bike. How many times did I ride the Crossbones?
Well, 3.
You got to ride it a couple times.
I rode it once.
You rode it once. You rode
it
it
was
once.
nice having the extra
twice.
bike in case
was.
somebody didn't have one, but
I rode it like I had the road glide in the shop when the oil pressure sending unit went. I rode it then. RU grad came back one time and he took a ride out on it with
Stacey.
us.
It is sad to see it go. I agree. And we've had this talk, and it's like, in theory,
you and I have gone back about it a bunch.
I wish I still had my Heritage. I love that bike. I don't ever want to get rid of this Road Glide. I love this Road Glide. You know, in a perfect world, I'd have a massive, garage out here, and I'd keep every one of them. But then when we talk about it, it's like, okay, so you're going to keep it. Now it's going to sit there because you're not going to ride it, because the new bike that you have is going to have the best of everything. It's going to have the best technology. It's going to have all that cool stuff. Plus, we like to ride long distances, so we're going to be on the touring bikes. So it's going to sit there. It needs maintenance. Sitting isn't good. You have
Especially
to keep it insured and registered, which are, so in a perfect world, if I had money, shooting out of my bum hole, I would keep it. But it doesn't really make sense. Like, listen, you'd hang out here more if I had that.
Polishing his jugs.
It's like, I've said a million times to Carolyn, I'm never getting rid of my Road Glide. But then I test rode, the bike that he just bought, and I'm like,
you would get rid of your Road Glide in a minute for that bike.
I would trade that in for that. Because, once I get that, why am I going to ride the Road Glide I currently have once I buy that new upgraded bike with all those cool new features? And, it's just, I'm not going to. So it's going to sit there and just not get the love and use that it needs and should have. So it's tough. Yeah, I'd love to keep them all, man. But
so, Blacktop's here. It's hard to have two bikes. Pretty much only rode a street bob back and forth to work. Right. So it's tough to, have, two bikes.
Hey,
here's Salty again, can't have two bikes. One always sits and
it does.
And sitting is, it's a problem. So it's, where are we at? Adam Rugg, are you going to upgrade the lights?
I'm going to upgrade the lights. Well,
yeah, eventually.
Who doesn't want to upgrade the lights?
There will be upgrades. There will be upgrades.
Hey, listen, shameless plug. Not even a plug. Just begging. So we're like, what, 50 something subs shy of 4,000?
Something like that.
No, it was less than that.
No, it's 50 something, bro.
Yeah, 50.
Anyway, go, share our channel with all your biker and beer loving friends, because we need to hit
56.
We need to hit that 4,000. We've been in the 3,000 too long. I'm sick of looking at the 3. We need to get the 4.
Been grinding away.
Share that. I heard from somebody that once you hit 4,000, you take off, and then you're like the next big thing. So that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah. So here's somebody else with two bikes. Robin, Lady Biker. She said it's hard to have two bikes, but that Fat Boy that she has,
it's different when it's got
but it's much different than my Crossbones, because her father owned that bike. That bike has been in and out of the family, and that bike will, possibly go to her son. If you've watched her last video where he
Big Smitty's on. What's up, Big Smitty?
So it's
riding that Goldwing.
Oh man,
it's a newer one, right? I think I was watching your Texas Moto meetup. That's a pretty new Goldwing, I think you said. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I was behind a guy in a
Night Train. What's up, man?
Goldwing the other day.
Well, there is no sense letting it sit. It is.
Yeah.
It's going to happen ASAP. I hope so, Salty, man.
I saw this guy come out of one of the local watering holes. So
you saw what?
I saw a guy come out of one of the local watering holes, and he's got boat shoes on. He's got the boat shorts. He's got a nice pink shirt on. He hops on a Goldwing, puts a half helmet on, and takes off like a bat out of hell.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Smitty was wearing down in Texas, but he didn't have the helmet.
I've been telling you, this dude went from
2021 brand new
to gone.
He said it was fast.
It is fast.
He said in the video that it was really fast.
He looked over and just smiled at me and took off. I'm like, what the heck was that?
Listen, I'm never going to ride a Goldwing, but more power to you. If you like it, I don't care.
See,
like the Fourth Stooge, he had a second bike.
Well, George's dogs aren't going to be riding anytime soon, so
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
Yep.
So it is cool. If you have that
you
opportunity, then it is a good reason to keep it. But otherwise,
and that Dyna's cool, and it's a great first bike for Tim. You know, he's loving riding it. He was out with us on Sunday.
Judge.
So
Bird has a gold wing. I saw a picture.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you're you know, if you go to our YouTube page and you check out that community post maybe from like a week or two ago, you can see Bert's Gold Wing. Artwork is courtesy of Ryan Blacktop Devil.
Yes.
So
he likes to do that. He does a lot of those. We got some other good ones. Some
Mhm.
Russian George doing the jig.
I guess I need to put that up there now.
Yeah,
just to be fair,
that's pretty fun
I need
stuff.
to.
I will forever keep that little video. That's
I need that. That's pretty good. That's almost as good as the kid running into the glass door for you.
Oh my gosh! Have you seen that on my Facebook or Instagram, man? Nothing makes me laugh more than that kid. All pumped up in his diaper and his new toy, and he slams right face first into the glass door. Oh my gosh!
So yeah. So listen, I couldn't be happier with the 2021 so far. It's the stock handlebars are for the Birds, but
yeah, well,
it is what it is.
Again, you got a new bike, and the upgrades will come with time.
They'll come.
So listen, if you guys get us the 4K, we might start getting some free hardware.
So side note, you know how we all get rid of the whip antenna, and we got the small like bullet antennas, right?
Yeah.
So I put my whip antenna obviously on to go back to the dealer, which just looked weird as anything after not seeing a bike with a whip antenna forever. And I put the small stubby bullet antenna back on the Limited, and I'm like, this thing sucks. I've never got any radio reception with it. Do you get radio reception with yours?
I don't use the radio.
Okay, I got no radio reception with this little thing. I put it on this bike, all of a sudden I got radio.
Does it go on the?
It's on the tour pack, but it just screws on the same way. I mean, it's only like this much higher.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So
it was the craziest thing.
To FM radio. I'm always listening to the music that's on my thumb drive or Sirius radio through my phone. So I've never listened to FM. What do you don't listen to FM, do you?
No, I don't have a radio. I only use my phone.
That's right.
It's Pitbull.
Pitbull radio.
Pitbull radio.
Pitbull on Pandora 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
36.
So Austin,
Pappy.
back to you, pal.
Holy crap.
So what was the thinking and the thought process? Oh, look at me jamming. It's a delay, so I just got to see myself dance. It's pretty cool. What was the thinking and the thought process for you that made you to decide to invest all that time and money into rebuilding your engine, instead of just trading it in and getting a new bike? Because everybody has said, just buy a new bike.
Well,
and you were hell-bent against that from the get-go, but what was your thought process on that? Why did you not want to do that?
It's all about making a bike your own, making it yours. It's not about going and buying one off the shelf. Sorry, George. Everybody else has.
Shots across the bow.
He's angry. It's all right. He's
Don't
angry.
put me in the middle of this thing.
Angry guy.
You are in the middle. But that's the reason why.
It's enough. Stop it. Calm down.
I wanted to make it my own. I don't want to let go of this bike. I don't, because it is kind of unique to me. There's not many of them around, and I'd rather ride this till it dies again, and then maybe rebuild or put another motor in. But there might be a possible, like something we talked about probably going on 3 years ago, possible 5-year plan on a custom bike. So that may still happen. We'll see. But the reason I didn't want to go new bike is because I didn't really like anything out there that was off the showroom floor. One of them kind of piqued my interest, which was the Road Glide Limited. No, not the Street Glide Limited.
Mm-hmm.
There was the red and black one.
Is it called this? There's no Street Glide Limited.
It was a Road Glide that he looked at.
Was it the Road Glide?
It was a Road Glide, but it wasn't a Limited.
Yeah, it was a black and red one, actually.
Because the Street Glide Limited is actually just the
Ultra.
The Ultra.
It's an Ultra, yeah. So that one kind of piqued my interest a little bit, but I like my bike too much, and I've done. I put that on mine, so.
Anonymous. That was a great question, Anonymous Biker USA. Does Austin's bike rebuild come with internet?
No, that's why we're all together.
that you were thinking on that quick, huh?
That's pretty funny.
That's a
So,
good
what do
one.
you say to the people that say,
See, P-Mac.
Oh yeah, I see that one.
why didn't you get the Harley 131 motor? Okay. Answer that question.
Okay, because it's a 2013 and the 131 motor does not fit in that frame. It's only M8s.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it does. I did not get the 131.
You don't have to be so mean. He's just asking a question. Poor guy.
The bike is back, brother.
So what do you say to people that say you've sunk tons of money into a 2013, you'll never get that money back?
It's okay.
Yep,
It's not about getting
answer the question.
It's not about getting your money
Stop
back. It's
being
about
angry.
doing something that you like, and that's what I wanted to do to the bike.
Wait, poor Austin what?
Because y'all a bunch of tools.
Austin ever ride again? What does that mean?
That's funny.
So, I mean, again, like you're not worried about selling it or trading it in. So
Nope. I'm not looking for
You
value
don't
back.
care.
I don't
which
care.
is fine.
Blacktop, twin cam for life.
Not necessarily.
Twin
I mean,
cam for life. You got it, brother.
Listen, man, nothing.
realistically,
I love the twin cam.
any mods you do off the showroom floor, you're not getting that money back.
No.
Anything.
That's why my bike went back stock.
Right.
Except for the
Because-
bars. I mean, it went back
Because
stock.
if you go to trade in, they don't ask you what upgrades you did. They don't care. And you can say, I got this and I got this. And everything. Well, it doesn't matter. So,
Yep.
anything you do. So we're all sinking money into these things and we're not getting back. It's about making it what you like and what you want to ride.
One of the things they asked me when I took the Road Glide back is I was missing an exhaust tip. Exhaust tip flew off one day when Bert was behind me on the highway.
Yeah, almost hit me.
Just flew off the bike.
Brand new bike falling
And
apart.
the sales owner came out and he said, you're missing an exhaust tip.
Mhm.
And I said, you know who installed those exhaust tips? And he was like, us? And I went, yep. And he goes, oh, okay. I was like, so,
Austin, was the fat front tire worth it? And when you do it again, I'm thinking about it. Pros and cons. Good. It's a good question.
100%. I would do it again. It has been probably one of the best mods I have done to the riding quality of the bike. I feel more stable. A lot of people say that it doesn't turn as good, but I find it to be different. I can lean on it, no problem. I took it on Iron Mountain Road, doing those switchbacks, easy as could be.
Only crashed once.
Never crashed.
Buffalo, thank you for the stickers.
Yep.
Shout out to El Buffalo. Sorry, cut you off. We'll go back to that in a second. El Buffalo was recently in Madrid. That's in is that New Mexico or Arizona?
I thought that was in Spain.
That's Madrid. Madrid. And if you've watched and are a big fan of the Wild Hogs like I am, that's the little town that they went to.
Supposedly it was the diner, but
where the Del Fuegos came after them. So he went there. He got some swag, some stickers and things from there and sent it to us, like completely without us even knowing. So that was really cool. So thank you for sending those because I love that movie. I watch it every time it's on TV.
100%.
So anyway, back to the fat tire.
So the pros and cons, I've already gone over the pros. It leans, its drivability is awesome. The road seems a lot smoother. So on top of that, any cons that I've noticed, you have to be careful whenever you go ahead and if you tow the bike for any reason, if you have to put it on a maintenance stand or anything like that, most of the time the tire will not fit into those wheel chocks and it will ruin the fenders that come with that fat tire. So that is one big thing that if you do a lot of trailering across country, if you can't ride your bike, keep in mind that you will have to modify the front wheel chock some way or another so it doesn't damage it and it fits.
Or not use one.
Not use one to find a different way. So that's the only con that I really have. Everything else has been awesome.
The other con, the one con that comes to mind is we met, we were on a ride one time last year when you had first gotten yours done.
Mm-hmm.
We ran into a guy in Chatsworth who had a Road King with a fat tire.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he was not diligent about his air pressure.
That's right.
And his tire was bald in like 2,000 miles.
Yes.
So because all that surface area just flattens out on the road and just wears the crap out of the tire. So if you're going to have a fat tire kit, you need to be very diligent about
You have to keep on top of that air pressure. Anything below, I believe he said it was anything below 38, it was just
shred
it would
tire.
ruin it. It was shredding it.
Yeah.
Did you just literally take a selfie?
No, it was a selfie. I took a picture of that because I'm working. I love the look of the fat tire. Me too. I like to look at the fat tire too.
Yeah.
Robin, thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Have fun with your daughter.
Appreciate it.
PMAX said there's all kinds of stuff that you do to your bike that you don't get your money back for. Which I mean, quite honestly, it's every dime you put into it after you buy it. I mean, there's really nothing that you get your money back unless you're able to sell it yourself. If you trade that sucker in, you're not getting any of that back. So
some people
do what you want to do. Did the beer just take a selfie? It was not a selfie. It was a picture of what's in front of us.
So
I'm working my Insta game, bro.
Now, fat tire kit does look good on that bike. I think the fat tire looks good on almost any bike I've seen it.
I prefer the fat tire kit on a road glide.
It looks
I
wicked.
like it on a street glide too. I gotta say, it looks good on the street glide.
It's street glide, but the road glide, you do the fat tire kit with a 1-inch lowering fork springs, and then you go ahead and lower that front fairing a 1.75 or 2-inch. Sick look, real sick look.
Yeah. So, as some people know, the price of everything, the value of nothing. You're buying vehicles for the resale or just transportation. So, I was having this the same conversation with a buddy of mine from Detroit, and he's got like a '68 Coronet, and it was the same. The same thing he was saying. He has a '68 Coronet that's like a non-numbers matching Coronet that he just dropped a new Hemi into, and it was just like, he'll never see new Hemi money back out of that car. So
it's still a collector, but at the same time, it's
got air
a retro mod. So it's a different.
So
different people will be looking at that one.
Baggers and Brews, the moment you drive it up the lot, you are losing money. Yep, no joke.
No, that's true. That's true.
I mean, if you're gonna have it, you gotta make it. You gotta make it yours, and you gotta make it something that you're gonna want to ride all the time. Because the real shame and the real loss in money is if you don't use that mother lover. You got to ride this bike to get the money, your money's worth. As much as these things cost nowadays, if you ain't riding the crap out of it, that's the shame, and that's where you're losing money. So if you got to shell it, put a few $1,000s into it to do some upgrades that make you love it and make you want to ride it all the time, then it's totally worth it.
And it's funny. Then comes the argument, well, just buy a used bike. You don't lose as much money. And the flip side is, unless you're paying cash for a bike, unless you're paying cash for that used bike, you're getting killed on interest on that used bike.
Yeah.
Used bike interest rates are 2 points higher. 2.5 points higher. It could be, depending on your credit, it could be more than that.
I'm with Anonymous. You don't buy a bike for an investment.
Yep.
So
that's very true.
You're paying money that you're saving to the bank. And what's the difference at that point?
Archosaurus is on.
There he is.
Has he been on? We watched one of your videos earlier, buddy.
Watching your light video.
Your headlight video. Good stuff.
Okay, so Kent Sink. That's why I can't see buying a CVO. Yes and no. I feel the same way for the newer CVOs because they're producing so many more of them.
What happened?
That's a great comment. Go on, keep going. I can't help it. Read it, it makes me laugh. What do you want me to do?
What are you laughing at?
El Buffalo said the Beard and Pro Monkey are sexting. Don't be jealous.
Too funny.
So buying a newer CVO and having an older CVO, it's too different because there's the amount of CVOs being put out nowadays. It's a lot more than what it used to be back in the day. So it's like getting like an early 2009 CVO compared to getting a 2020 CVO. It's two different kinds. It just goes with the times.
We've talked about this, and we've kind of run it down. And it's, if you like a lot of that stuff that's on a CVO, like, it's worth the money.
You could never put all that stuff on a CVO.
Plus, with the motor
for that price
and all that stuff, you're never going to get anywhere close to that price, aftermarket. So if you like all that stuff and you would do it anyway, then it's worth it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Love my CVOs.
And I think that those CVOs, that CVO Road Glide you took out, I mean, how was that bike?
That's a beauty. That was a nice bike.
The Road Glide
that you tested.
Yeah, that was a nice
bike. That was nice.
I had the 117.
It had the 117, and the guy said he thought it had a stage 2 done to it.
Ooh.
it felt like that was the first one I rode, right?
That was the first one.
Yeah. I'm coming from a 103. That's what I ride, a 103 with, not very much done to it.
And it was your first time on an M8.
First time on an M8. It's a 117, right?
Mm-hmm.
We left that Barb's Harley Davidson parking lot, and I gave it a little throttle. I was like, whoa, snapped my neck. I was like, oh, this is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing had some get up and go to
Yeah.
it. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple things about that. Well, first of all, it's chrome. Everything's chrome, so I wouldn't pay all that money for that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
A blacked
the next
out
thing
bike.
I do and being blacked out. But it definitely was sweet. I rode the purple Ultra CVR at Barb's, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Were you there at demo day? Was he
Saturday?
Was he
the last demo day? Were you there? Did we miss you? Or it was 2 days long, I think so.
Oh, was it 2 days long?
Yeah, I think you could have been there Sunday.
We were there Saturday.
So, my next question, stop cheating.
Real quick, black or chrome? Black.
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 Once you go black.
I'll never own another chrome bike again after this last one. No, never.
So much
never,
work,
never.
man. Do they look amazing? Yes.
Yes. Mm-mm.
Yes.
I am not a bike cleaner.
No, you're not at all.
No, you're not.
I am not a bike cleaner. I like
And
a little.
it's just so
I like a
much
little where you came from
work.
dust. on the
And
bike.
oh my gosh, if you ride in the rain,
Yo.
screw
So-
chrome, man.
Toast.
Those bikes look like what after you ride in the rain.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, chrome's beautiful. I love the classic look of
Yep.
chrome, all chromed out. It looks amazing, but when you got to
Yeah.
keep up with that,
That's
yeah,
one
you got
reason.
Sunday.
That's
Yeah.
one reason why I went and took 143 pieces of chrome from my Road King and made them all black.
I thought it was 151 and a half.
Yeah, he changes.
No,
every
it's
time.
169.
See, this number is never going to be right.
Shit.
It's 143. Maybe 140.
So let us know in the side chat, black or chrome. Let us know in the side
So
chat.
this next question is for both of you.
Both of us.
What advice do you have for someone who's trying to decide between buying a new bike and just making upgrades to their current bike and being happy with that? How do you help them decide?
Gonna get two different views right here.
Well, I mean,
That's
this
why I asked. the both of you.
is a multi-component answer for me.
Absolutely.
Listen,
I mean,
I got more beer and
you got time. So I mean, obviously, the first thing is financially. Like, where are you at in
First
your
part.
Where are you at in your existing bike?
Mhm.
Are you? A lot of people are underwater on bikes. They haven't put money down. They've got a lot of miles, and maybe money's not an issue for some people, but it's. I think that's the first component of it. Is where you're at. Do you own your bike outright? Do you get a lot? And does that matter to you? To me, that mattered to me because a bike payment is just what it is. It's a payment. So, and one of the things I had the opportunity where, I could get X amount for the crossbones, like right now, the economy is at a point where I got above Blue Book for my crossbones, and I had just enough on the Road Glide with the year and the miles and what I owed to make that worth it. So that to me was, that was the first part of it. The second part is, what are you looking to do? You know what I mean? Like, are you, I do 80% of my riding 2-up. It's important that she's comfortable. The riding that we have done in the past 2 years and the type of riding that we want to do has changed greatly. So if you're somebody who's, just going out to the bar on a Sunday, I mean, you don't really, I'm not somebody to tell you what you need, but you don't really need an Ultra to do that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
No.
So
Yeah.
it's, you can buy whatever you want, but I think, what you want to get out of motorcycling on that upgrade is a big deal. I mean, you can't look at dumping money into a bike as a smart financial investment because it's the worst financial investment you could possibly make.
If you're looking at resale and stuff like that,
Right.
you're never gonna get it.
So, I mean, what do you got to? I mean, that's the things I think you need to look at. I mean, from my perspective, anyway. I don't.
Yeah, and it's all really what you're, like you said, what you're looking to do, what kind of rides you're doing. I personally, it's whatever you would like to see in your garage. If you can afford a new one and you like the new one, get a new one. If you don't like the new one, stick with your old one. Like
Yeah.
with me, I'm keeping my Road King because I personally love the look of the Road King. Not that I don't love the new ones. You know,
this was the comment that I was looking at, that he makes kind of a point that really is a big deciding factor in this. If you're a person that likes to wrench, enjoys wrenching on your bike, then which of the three of us is Austin?
That ain't me.
It's not me.
Right.
So
I don't even want to wash it.
if you are comfortable with that and you're cool with it and you enjoy doing it, then it totally makes sense to keep an older bike, pay it off, and then, put money into it to do upgrades and do a lot of it yourself. I mean, you can't go wrong with that if that's what you like to do. But then if you're someone like George and I, who really don't want to do, I'll change my fluids. Other than that, I don't really want to do a lot to the bike. When my bike starts getting old to the point where, I hear a noise here or this here, and I think, I might need to get this checked. Like when that starts happening to me, I'm like, time for a new one. I got to trade it in and get something new that has no issues.
Yeah.
And you're the complete opposite.
I'm the complete opposite.
Because I'm not messing with it. I'm not troubleshooting it. Plus, I like to dicker. Okay. Well,
what?
You're on the wrong channel for that.
Yeah.
There's an OnlyFans somewhere for that. So, I guess that's a big factor. If you're somebody that does not work on your bike at all, getting new and getting new every few years or whatever is probably what you're going to be like leaning towards. Because again, as soon as your bike starts getting a little bit older, where it needs that maintenance and it's definitely more affordable to do yourself, you're going to be like, screw this, I'm trading it in, get a new one. And if it's one of those things where you're comfortable and cool with always having a payment, with this hobby that we have, if you're cool with always having the payment, then, that's just what you do. I got a buddy who, when it comes to cars, like he's just him and his wife are cool with the fact that they're always going to have a car payment because every 2 to 3 years that car goes in and he gets something new. If that's how you are and you're cool with having the payment and you've got that, written into your budget full time forever, then it's not a big deal. But
it's funny having a payment. This is the question we were talking. We were going over this the other day. The amount you ride is going to directly correlate to how often you're going to have a payment. In a lot of cases. So like somebody like me who's not going to fix a bike a lot, if you're riding a lot, you're putting on, and when I mean a lot, I mean somewhere from 10 to 20K a year on, right? So I put just under 10K on my Road Glide a year, right? So when you're riding that much, that bike is going to age, and you're either going to do legitimate work to that bike, because we all know now when these bikes get up, well, the twin cams at least, I don't know how the M8s are going to be. When the twin cams, get up to that 30K mark, like things start to go wrong. Things need to be replaced. They don't need to be rebuilt like the old Evos, but things like stators,
stators. Don't get me started on the stators.
But things like that start to go south, and you need to put money into it. And it's one of those things. Are you going to get a bike to the point where you're going to be doing a $3,000 repair maybe at a dealer if you can't do that stuff yourself, or a $4,000 repair at a dealer, or you're just going to go buy a new bike?
Yeah.
And that decision is personal, but if you don't ride a lot, if you've got a bike that's 10 years old with 5,000 miles on it, you could probably hang on to that bike for a long time and have it not take the wear and tear of cross-country trips and riding in bad weather, because chances are, if you're that type of rider, you're not going to be riding in bad weather. So I think that is one of those things that definitely correlates into the fact that, how many bikes do you see? How many Sportsters do you see? How many Softails do you see for sale that are 4 and 5 years old and have 3,000 miles on it? If. And that's easy to see. Then the flip side is, how many baggers do you see that are 3 years old and the tag says 15K service done, 20K service done? You know what I mean? That they have just put miles on these bikes. So, that is, I think that's a big determinant into, what your payment situation is always going to be.
So Anonymous wants you to have 2 bikes. Is that what he's saying?
Well, get one bike you love and keep it forever and pay it off. And then, he rides where you can ride year round. He's got like 7 bikes.
Yeah.
That's
another thing. When you live down south, you're literally riding. You have the option to ride every day of the year. You are going to put some freaking miles on.
See, that would be if I lived in an area where I can ride 365. That would be a different view on what bike I have.
Or how many bikes you have.
Maybe how many bikes you have. Because, you want to ride all the time. And we all know sometimes you get kind of tired of your bike. There's days you feel awesome on your bike. And then there's days you're like, man, I could use a new seat. Or, man, I could use a new, something. And that might be a time or a place where you would have multiple bikes just to change it up a little bit if you can afford it. And that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So I would probably, if I lived down south, I probably would have 2 bikes. One for long distance and one for around town.
Not for nothing. Even if I had 2 bikes, I would have. Obviously you have your 2-up limited or whatever.
Yeah,
my around town bike would probably be a Road King.
Yeah.
No windshield, Road King with some bags I could put some stuff in. Like that would be.
None of your business says there's another angle. A crate engine can be a better value than either major repairs or a new scooter.
True story.
Very true.
I feel like that could be something that ends up applying to me.
It could, and I actually looked at that myself because of the extensive amount of work that my engine took. I just could not find one that was, first of all, a crate brand new, or that was within the price that I got for repairing mine, or a nice used one that was going to have to be modified anyways, because I found out that the first thing you should do to the Screaming Eagle 110s is change out the lifters and the push rods. So cost effectiveness was not quite leaning towards a crate engine over getting some nice, decent torque and power added on. So in my experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, good point.
Anonymous.
It's like having a wife. This guy.
And a few. Wait, no. I mean, it's like having a few.
Do you know what the problem with Anonymous tonight is?
He's lonely.
The military biker is not here. That's exactly what it is.
He's lonely. Yep.
Yeah.
He's lonely.
Adam Rugg, old school chopper for around town. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's another. That'd be another good one.
If I was in my perfect world, I would have the Road Glide Limited, and I would have like a tricked out Road King for my bar hopper.
Or deluxe. Like a deluxe would be cool.
18, 20-inch apes. I'm not a fishtails guy, but they look cool, but it's not me. But I'd have, just probably chromed out, just.
Okay, so that's a good thing to touch on. What about you, George?
What's
you
that?
Had a second bike.
I just got rid of a second bike.
You just got rid of one. If you had another one, what would you pick now?
I would probably go. I would probably go Road King Special.
Yeah.
I would probably go Road King Special.
So I have a Road King, so I would actually go with the deluxe.
They do specials for Road Kings?
Yeah, Road King Special.
So I would actually do a Softail Deluxe.
Deluxes are good,
but I would modify it to be bobbed out. So it'd be a deluxe bobber.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
20-inch apes, the beard. I totally agree. Yeah, some 20-inch apes. Solo seat.
That's pretty sick. Yeah.
Custom paint job. That would be my bar hopper.
Slim is a second. He says.
Ooh, Slim. That Slim is a sexy bike.
Slim's cool.
Slim just does not work for me in any sense of the word.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't know. Somebody was sitting on a nice Softail Slim. They posted it up to see which one the.
That was Mrs. Blacktop Devil.
Blacktop Devil.
Yeah, they're already in bed, bro.
That's true. What time
it is 8:10 out.
Oh, they're snoring right
now. Sheets are curling up.
I want to add the Pan America to my collection of Badgers. And Bronco Ride, man, he's in here. Colin just added the Pan America to his. So he just added a second bike. And, and that's an interesting ad.
That's not for me, man.
It's too much work for you, huh?
Yeah, the off-road stuff's for the birds, man.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I'm trying to get a workout.
I want to try it once, but.
And here's Sonny's. I'm thinking to myself, I couldn't touch the freaking ground on a. No, come on.
Come on, bro.
There it is.
What?
The 1997 Electric Glide with 91K on it.
That's what you have.
I enjoy
Yeah.
I enjoy wrenching him. That's awesome, man.
That's awesome if you enjoy it. Like, get that sucker to 100K. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Yep.
Pan is awesome. I rode the hell out of it.
So here's another one: Streak Glide for a daily and a Fat Boy for a bar hopper.
It's also a good choice.
Yeah, I'm never. I like the old Fat Boys. I mean, I don't know. They're just never my thing. Out of the whole lineup,
Well,
they're never my thing. The new one, the redesign, I like the redesign. And like classic Fat Boy people are not fans of the redesign, but
would be cool.
I like the redesign.
Slam it down with some nice
listen,
tires at back. And
for everybody in the side chat, if you're on the East Coast,
yes,
we will be, and our better halves will be in Ocean City, Maryland in September for the Ocean City Bike Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Bronco Ride out of Maryland is going to come and stay as well and hang with us all weekend.
Oh, yeah.
If you have an opportunity to come to Ocean City Bike Fest, if you're anywhere in the area can make that happen, hit us up. Let us know. We'd love to meet up with anybody that's down to meet us and hang out with us for a little bit, have a beer or whatever. So,
listen,
you said a little bit. Now you said all weekend.
well, no, Bronco Ride's hanging out with us all weekend. He's going to be our adopted Baggers and Brews crew member for the weekend.
Oh yeah.
So I'm talking about everybody else.
If you haven't been to Ocean
will be
City,
there. Another one
he'll
was
be there.
close. If you haven't been to Ocean City, go ahead.
Yeah, it's the best rally you haven't been to on the East Coast.
It really is.
I mean, it is really a cool rally, and I mean,
I love the Ocean City in general, rally or no rally. I think it's a cool town.
Hey, Mike, it really wouldn't be as much fun going to Ocean City without having you there. So that was a given that you're going to be there.
Yeah, yeah, we can't wait too. That's going to be a lot of fun. I've said this a few times now. Like all the like big fun trips we got planned are September, October, and I feel like I'm over here like rushing to get to it.
No, I don't want that.
I don't
want to rush through the summer, you know. But I'm so excited to get to like Ocean City and Daytona. Can't wait.
Man, that's a perfect.
What are the dates? Who's got the dates?
15th, September 15th through the 19th.
Never trust anything Austin comes up with.
Of course not, because it comes out of Bert's mouth and it's much better.
All these years, he's finally trained.
Yo.
Oh, he needs another seltzer water. Oh, boy.
That's all you. I ain't reaching up for that. That's all you.
What? Listen. There you go. September. Apparently, Anonymous looked it up. It's September 15th to the 19th. Unlike
You're welcome.
Austin said 13th to the 17th. So he's completely wrong. What's going on right there? What is this thing?
Yeah, what do you got going on in there?
My golf bag, bro. There you go. All right. So, yeah. If you're going to go to that, if you are going to be there, definitely shoot us a DM, shoot us something. We'll figure out, we'll let you know where we're going to be. We're trying to work some angles for some stuff to do while we're down there.
Yes, we have.
So
hopefully some stuff in the works that we can't disclose, but
it's an awesome place even without the rally. Yeah, that's what I said. It's pretty cool.
It is cool down there.
It's just, I mean, there's so many bars and restaurants, and you're on the water, and there's a boardwalk. It's just like you just can't.
What was that frog bar that we went to? What was the name of that? It wasn't Senor Frog because that's down.
No. Are you talking about the frog one or the green?
Was it the green?
I don't know. Had lots of sand.
I forget. Does Jersey Shore have a bike rally?
So we used to.
We used to.
We don't anymore. At Jersey's biker community is not capable of sustaining a rally without it going south. I mean, it's and you can read into that as much as you want.
That's one of them. Pickles. The green turtle's there too.
The green turtle.
Yeah.
Pickles is cool.
We used to have Roar to the Shore
in Wildwood. Yeah.
In Wildwood, and Anonymous, I'm sure because you watch all of our content, you have seen our Roar to the Shore video.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of go into in that video. That was the last Roar to the Shore rally, and we
did some Nostradamus stuff on that.
We called it. We just you felt like it was going to be the last rally.
Yep.
And when we were out in Sturgis, we met with Sick Boy, and that was a staple rally for him as well. And he felt the same way.
Yeah.
He felt that was going to be the last rally, and it had nothing to do with the Rona. It's unfortunate, and the city of Wildwood just shut it down. They shut it down.
Yeah, and it's a shame. It's a shame. It was. I look forward to going down there. And it was close enough for us to where you didn't really have to go for the whole weekend. You could go for the day.
Oh, Leo.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a shame. Iowa Hog Rider, what's up, man? Hope you're doing good. So Jackie Boy wants to know if anyone's going to Gettysburg.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not going to Gettysburg.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not going to Gettysburg. So
I'm going to Gettysburg.
I would like to go to Gettysburg.
Night Train.
I'm planning on going to Gettysburg.
Night Train SPV. Jersey would be a good longer distance.
He tried to change the subject.
Yeah, I just rolled right out of that one. I was like, so next question.
Again, Baggers and Brews will have representation there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, for sure.
We'll have representation, but you know.
I want to hear the story here. What's going on?
I got stuff going on.
Oh.
I got stuff going on. Can't make it. So.
All right, so
next.
Come on, tell us what's going on.
Jersey would be a good longer distance trip. For me, from Central Michigan, Sturgis seems to be too far. Sturgis for you is a 2-day trip. Night Train.
If that.
Night Train. It's a 2-day trip. Justin, our buddy, lives in Detroit, so he's in Eastern Michigan. Yeah. He did
who asked this?
Night Train FPV, and it's right here. So he did. He left Sturgis. He did 720 miles day one to I think it was La Crosse, Wisconsin, and then he finished up the trip day 2. So it's a 2-day trip. Jersey,
unless you want to be a badass.
So Jersey for you from Central Michigan is about 11 hours. So yeah, it's about an 11-hour trip. So
ride time.
Yeah, ride time. But that's doable in a day because when we left here, our first day from on our Sturgis trip, we rode from Jersey to the western border of Ohio.
Yep.
So that is definitely like a doable 1-day trip.
Adam Ruggs planning a trip to upstate New York next month from Florida.
Oh, man.
What are you going to upstate New York for?
Nice.
Curious to know what you're doing there. George now has the best bike.
Yeah, we could put that comment right up there.
Well,
boom, there it is.
I mean,
matter of opinion.
Well, no, I mean, I wouldn't disagree because he stole the bike that I wanted. So
true story.
It is a beautiful bike. Don't get me wrong. It is a beautiful bike.
So I can't disagree.
Yeah.
I
bought the bike that had Bert been buying a bike this year would have been the bike that you bought.
I would have.
And that would have been awesome.
When I saw it, I was like,
it would have been awesome.
Bert was the first one that went.
If I buy one next year, it might be that same bike, and George and I might be twinning.
That's it.
I love that color, and I think of all the colors that they came out with for the.
It's not just that color; it's the way the black looks on that color.
Black on that color
is just so nice.
But that's rude of you to try to start a fight amongst us. That's nice, Archosaurus. I'm just gonna go back in and unsubscribe.
Do I need to unsubscribe
too? That's awesome.
Iron Butt Ride, Archosaurus. Yes, Iron Butt Ride. Whenever I can get these two to commit to an Iron Butt weekend, we're going to do an Iron Butt Ride. I just got to get them to man up.
You do the route.
Listen, I've gotten my phone
here it
like
is.
4 different routes.
Do the route.
Listen, there's what was it? Someplace like South Carolina.
You're like, what are you saying? Yeah, what are you saying?
No, I'm just surprised that he's saying that. You going to be allowed to go?
Yeah.
Listen. It might be a birthday party that weekend.
I've been riding since Sturgis.
Where's
the brakes there, buddy?
Bodine, you still on? Where's Bodine going tomorrow? Professional Monkey, you done packing, buddy?
Iron Butt Weekend sounds sketchy.
Look, listen,
yeah.
Iron Butt Weekend with 2 of my closest buddies.
Oh man.
Yo, can you not put your arm around me when you say
listen,
butt?
Iron Butt.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm trying. I want to do an Iron Butt. I think it would make for a good video, and I think it would make for a nice challenge.
Yeah.
You did it on a 2010 Street Bob. How big are you?
Yeah. Whit did it on a Sportster. Whit Mezza did it on a Sportster.
How big is she?
I know, but still, man.
It makes a difference.
What are you
It
saying
makes a
for
difference.
Austin?
Who said poor Austin?
Jeannie.
Why should
My
you say
honey.
poor Austin?
I don't know.
Are we like picking on him or something? What did I miss?
You always do.
Well, I've made Austin the man he is today with my jokes.
Just an angry Rican now.
Such a failure you are.
Did Pennsylvania to Florida, 1,037 miles in 19 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do one. But see, but you do like a one way. For us, it would probably be like a, go 500 and then like come back because we're not really like trying.
Not for nothing. I feel like people in the Midwest have a little bit of an advantage.
Why?
Because if you live in Nebraska and you're doing an iron butt, you're setting out and you're on the open road and you're on the highway and you're doing 90 and you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. At some point, we're hitting traffic.
Mm-hmm.
At some point,
Yeah. So
we are hitting traffic.
my guess, how long is the iron butt? So if you go into the Iron Butt website, there's all kinds of different, but the basic is 1,000 miles in 24 hours. And then there's a 1,536.
Yep.
They call them different things. There's like a bun burner and a saddle sore. Is the
Saddle,
saddle sore the 1,000?
I think so, yeah.
So like the basic one is a saddle sore. It's 1,000 miles, 24 hours. You have to, you have to get like receipts from gas stations that like show your time and you're like kind of give a picture of your route.
And you can't go too fast. Like they calculate the speed limit.
That's true too. They do. I think but I don't think most people have an issue with that. I mean, if you really think about the time that you stop, and I don't think they really. I mean, unless it's showing that you're doing like 100 miles an hour the whole time. We're confirmed for the LaBelle Brewery on the 23rd. They're providing Good Wife.
Good wife.
I had one Good Wife, but you can't go wrong with two, I guess.
Oh boy.
And electricity.
Oh boy.
Electricity.
Yeah, guys living high on the
Oh
hog.
my goodness.
Where'd this going?
Yeah.
He did mean Wi-Fi, though.
I wanted
I think
to,
that's pretty funny.
I wanted to move to Florida, but now that I know that you're excited about a Good Wife and electricity. I'm a little concerned about Florida. Well, no, that's awesome. I can't wait. So for those of you that don't know, the wife and I, and actually my kids too, we're going down to Florida in a few weeks in mid-July for our 20th anniversary trip. Austin should be used to it after all these years. It is how I show love. I don't make fun of people I don't like. Well, that's not true. I do that behind their back, but different story. But anyway, the wife and I and the kids were going down to Naples, Florida in July for our 20th wedding anniversary. And so I hit up Pro Monkey Wi-Fi, because I know that kind of where he's at is like almost kind of like directly across on the East Coast and it wasn't that far. So I hit him up to see if he wanted to get together, and we're going to make that happen. So there's probably going to be a live stream coming on the 23rd of July with the two of us from a brewery. So God help us.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah,
God help us.
That guy drinks Blue Moon. Don't hurt him.
Listen.
Yeah, he drinks Blue Moon.
They got
Don't hurt him. He does not know.
He drinks Light Sky.
Like
what was
Light
it called?
Sky Blue Moon. Don't hurt
Which, by the
him.
way, we got to hit you up about that. We
Yes.
didn't talk to him about that.
No,
I got to hit you up on the side about that Blue Moon stuff you were drinking. We got to chat. So yeah,
All right, Papi, you're in for something
So
new,
that's-
Papi. I tell you.
yeah, man. Last night was his first live stream where I think he had a guest, so it was all new to him right there.
Yeah.
And I apologize for disappearing abruptly. I didn't bring my laptop cord down with me to the basement when I came down here, and the laptop just died in like mid-sentence. So that Blue Moon was good. It was all right. Cheerleader
beer.
He's gonna bring whiskey to the brewery. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good stuff. So George, I got another question. I'm not done. I'm not through on my questions.
TJ,
guys.
don't go beer for beer with him, bro. Don't do it. You can't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
He's a big guy.
Yo,
No, don't do it.
no, yo.
Listen, you can do it, TJ. I got faith in you, buddy.
No.
Listen, I don't always have my faculties, but I keep going.
If you do it, don't do it the day before you have to meet with the professional people,
Yeah.
because you will be hurting.
Called the
Well,
Irish
I think
exit
that
has
might be the
disappeared.
day before we're leaving to come home. So the Piney Princess might be doing the first leg of the drive home.
Ooh.
I'm telling you.
And I might be passed out and like Who knows? Who knows? I listen. I drink a lot, but I do not handle hangovers these days.
Mhm.
Like I'm a little biatch when it comes to hangovers the next day, so I'm gonna have to drink some water. I think. So for George,
next question.
So George, you have bought at least 4 bikes, right?
Oh shit! Yes, this is the
2
fourth.
since 2018.
Yes. Yes.
So what tips or pointers do you have for the person who's already decided now? They've decided they're buying new, they're either trading in or this is their first, they're buying a new bike from a dealer.
Mm-hmm.
What tips or pointers do you have for them?
And buying a new bike.
And buying a new bike and that whole fiasco that is purchasing a vehicle, a motorcycle.
So you have to understand how Harley makes
because I suck at this.
You have to understand how Harley makes its money. And Harley dealers don't necessarily make a lot of money off the bike. They make money, not to say they don't make money off the bike. They do make money off the bike. Harley dealers make a lot of their money from interest rates,
right,
and from warranties.
Listen, every time we're trying to have a serious discussion, the comments. I can't. Go ahead. So interest rates and what?
Interest rates and warranties.
Right.
That's where dealers make a lot of their money. And they came out to me with an interest rate that was, not exactly the interest rate we talked about, but they have very, very tight credit tiers for what they, what they consider. And I looked them straight in the eye and I said, listen, this interest rate is fine, but I am not going to buy a warranty at that interest rate.
Okay.
Because here's your payment, and I'm not going to do that. And they opted for the interest rate. Now I talked to somebody else who'd recently bought at work a new bike, and he called the dealer on that, and it was not the dealer I bought my bike off of. It was a dealer further out in PA, and they came back with a lower interest rate if he bought the warranty.
So they made more off the warranty than the interest rate. On
that particular deal. On my particular deal, obviously they chose interest rate over warranty. So you have to know how they make their money. And the other thing is, if you're real serious, you need to be prepared to walk.
Right. I think that's the kicker that
and that is
I'm never prepared to do.
Well, for me it was
and the wife's always like, before we walk in, you got to be ready to leave.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Then I see the bike and I'm like, okay, where do I sign?
Yeah. But for
17% interest rate. Okay.
For me it was even different because I had to order a bike, to be built from Harley. My bike was ordered from Harley. I was notified when it hit the assembly line, when it got off the assembly line, and when it arrived at the dealer. Now, in the whole process of that, I had gotten an appraisal for the crossbones that I was happy with. So had I walked, I had to go through how much of a risk-reward benefit was it to go through dealing with another dealer for the crossbones, dealing with another dealer to get the, my trade-in for the road glide. So they kind of knew I wasn't walking.
Right.
What do you got?
I'm trying to focus on your conversation, George. It's just difficult right now.
You just can't. So I mean, that's the thing. I think you need to, with anything, you need to be. I'm so much easier.
You definitely have to be prepared to walk away.
Yeah, I'm so much easier prepared to walk with a car than I am a bike.
I know.
Like a car, I'm just like
car's like a need.
Stacy and I bought a car, and I literally sat there with that guy and was like, "Are we going to argue over $10 a month of a car payment?" He was like, "I don't know. Are we?" Well, the answer is yes. Yes, sir, we are. We are going to argue over this.
So what's a good beer if you're trying to be less fat?
Who asked this question?
What do you think? Hard ciders.
George?
Oh my God!
I think you were drinking it before.
Yeah.
That light sky blue moon crap you were drinking. This was 90 calories. You can't do much better than that.
Probably. Well, so this is an interesting question because the trend now in craft breweries are these low cal IPAs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
well, you say that, but I mean, some of these people who don't drink IPAs might have a low cal IPA, and that might be a crazy big beer for them.
Yeah.
So
they need to go back where they came from. Impulsive buyer, yep. I lost my train of thought with these comments.
Yeah.
iPhone Tim's on here? Which one's iPhone Tim?
Where's iPhone Tim?
Keep going.
I didn't see him.
You gone?
iPhone Tim.
There
He
he is.
even made his name iPhone Tim. What's up, buddy?
Oh,
This
boy.
is
Maggie,
Manny the Machine.
Manny the Machine.
Did you call her Maggie?
I did call her Maggie.
Manny the Machine's husband.
Mhm.
We had a good time with them. Sounds like a bad joke. The beard and professional monkey walk into a brewery. Listen, it's gonna be a bad. It might be a bad joke. It might be a bad idea, but it's gonna happen. So Archosaurus had a question for Austin.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Now I have to scroll down to find it.
Right
What
there.
is the distance limit to go without a windshield on the Road King?
Well, actually, the distance limit, that's really up to your endurance and your ability to, take on the beating. That's.
How high
Are you asking me how long I've gone? What the most is? I mean, because it's really up to the person.
without a windshield?
Without a windshield, yeah. I mean, I can get beat up. Depends on how much wind there is, how fast you're going. I might only last half a day, and I'll call it quits.
couple hundred miles without a windshield.
Couple 100 miles, and you're beat up.
But that, that depends on your bars. I think if you have stock bars and you're positioned down a little bit lower, I think you could probably do more miles.
Possibly, yeah.
I think with the bars, like the crossbones, you set high in the frame, and the bars were high. You have higher bars, and I think when you're sitting up like that, you're such a sail.
You're a sail.
That
when
you're taking.
When you get hit with that wind, and you're constantly trying to hold on, and you're also keeping your midsection and everything's trying to hold you up from not going backwards. So yeah, you get beat up. So it's all really on.
And this is
on your ability.
This is why Bert and TJ, Professional Monkey, are brothers from another mother, because these are the jokes that come. This is what happens.
Did you say come?
I did. Yeah, I chose my words
Did
carefully.
you see it?
No,
It's
I didn't.
over here.
So we're discussing how much Austin can take in the face.
He's not tall enough to see that.
Yeah, I guess pretty much, yeah.
All right, Mike.
Oh,
Thank you, Mike. Stopping in. We'll see you this weekend, Gauthier.
Yeah, Mike. We'll see you Saturday.
Yep.
See you Saturday.
Yes, I did it on.
So they were talking about like them getting you in the finance, all that stuff. There's a good video out. I don't know if you guys are not not to follow, but go check out. I stumbled across it today. Kraken's Garage.
Yeah.
He put out a video about his most recent experience with a dealership. I think it was in Maryland somewhere. And he went to buy that what's that throwback one that they just put out, the blue?
Oh, the Electric Glide. Yeah.
So he was in love with that, and he wanted to buy that, and he went to a dealership to buy that, and he got the absolute worst, most nightmare of a time buying this bike. And he kind of, if you go to his site and watch the video, it's got to be one of the more recent ones. I don't remember what it was titled, but you can kind of figure it out by reading the titles. He got the biggest runaround. It was a nightmare. He ended up buying it, but he just goes through kind of the whole story of how it went down and how a bad dealership handles these things and how they try to get over on you.
Yeah.
And it's pretty crazy. Like it was a nightmare of an ordeal buying this bike. He ended up buying it, but if you want to hear like a real nightmare story, go watch that because it was pretty interesting.
So
military
bikers in the house,
biker.
and Robbie Higginbottom's in the house.
Robbie Higginbottom. Oh, I'll see.
Where?
Droop.
Oh, that's right. He did change it to Droop.
Heck
I'm here now. It's okay to start. We were waiting, man. We haven't really talked about anything yet. We were waiting on you. You got your 32-ounce big gulp of whiskey and whatever you mix it with. Could. Count not could. What kind of British Canadian language are you speaking, bro?
I think he was trying to type congrats and he had a stroke.
Oh, do you have Bell's palsy?
He might have.
Oh wait, count. He's talking
Thank you,
about.
Stevie.
But when you stop, you can count the number of bugs in your teeth. That's what he's talking about. Austin can't count that high.
No.
Not in English.
Nope.
Who let military biker out of the basement?
Oh, geez.
Here it goes.
Bobby keeps changing his name. You guys, this is going south in the side chat here. Wait, I had another question.
My done life. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, man. It definitely helps us out.
Those are pro tips from George on buying a bike from the dealer.
Buying a bike.
Hope you guys listen.
I don't know if they're pro tips. I still have a payment.
Well, I don't know who's getting the bike for free. Just got home from daughter's softball game. Might mix me one now, though. You need to. You need to hang out for at least a little bit. So I got one more for Austin. So if you had somebody, I don't want to ask this
guy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can't with him, man.
Scouts are. Oh,
I have a dog named
called
Syndrome. When he gets into bed, we shout down Syndrome. Oh,
You're going to hell, bro.
I love it.
Straight
I love it.
Wow.
What do you got for us?
So if you had someone who had a used bike and they're contemplating trading it in for a new bike, but could be convinced to keep this bike, what is one big upgrade that you could suggest to them that might like excite them and keep them on this bike for longer and not trade it in for a new bike?
Oh,
You follow what I'm saying? Like something that would
tough.
like get them really juiced again about the bike that they already have and keep them on it as opposed to trading in it for a new bike. What's the upgrade that you would go to for that?
All depends on the bike. Fat tire kit.
Okay.
Fat tire kit all the way. I mean the bike looks good. It rides good. It's awesome. That would be my suggestion. But of course it depends on the bike too. If it's a Road King,
Right.
Street Glide, Road Glide,
I'm thinking touring. You
Fat.
know,
Fat tire kit.
I was thinking.
100%.
What a mortician is live, not editing this. What?
No, you said that's not going to make the podcast. It's like a 5:30 biker joke.
So yeah, that would be my suggestion.
Shocks.
New suspension, anonymous hit it, man. I think, yeah.
Yeah, and if there's something
No,
that really
more
would
new
excite me
suspension.
about my bike,
Yeah,
it would be shocks and
yeah.
suspension.
El
I think
Buffalo,
that's going to be my next upgrade coming pretty soon.
Chris Copen,
need it.
everybody's saying suspension. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm trying to get TJ to get with the Germans and get some more those free shocks for us. We need 3 more sets of those, buddy. You're the salesman. Go out there and do your thing.
so I mean,
That's a tricky one. Depends on the bike. Yeah, it definitely depends
It
on the
depends
bike.
on the bike. Touring, fat tire. Any bike,
Mm,
suspension. Even touring, actually.
thanks for hanging out, Tyke. We'll see you in the next one.
Nice guys on here, so, yeah.
So more power or exhaust, so it sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, listen again, like these
It's an
questions.
open question, yeah.
It's not that it's a question. It's what
Gauge, yeah.
what type of riding do you do?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you're just doing some local around town, 150 miles on a Saturday type deal, is suspension that important to you?
That's what I want, Moto Morticians.
Same here.
I lean toward Legends, but I could be convinced to do a different brand.
Mhm.
But I do feel like suspension would change things for me and make it kind of a whole new, like having a brand new bike.
Guns and rides. This is another one, right? Custom paint.
Custom paint.
Changes the bike.
Like if I can get the paint job where it has the honeycomb that fades out
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like that with like a teal and reds and oh man, I would love that. That would be bad.
Drew, currently have a soft tail custom I love. However, I want a street glide
Short
as
ride?
it is more comfortable and of a ride for me and Mrs. Drew. Listen, Robbie, buy an Ultra or buy a Road Glide Limited. Don't just buy a regular street glide. If you're looking for passenger comfort and that's important to you and you guys are going to do a lot of 2-over riding.
What was the part that fell off for yours you were telling me about that you rigged? Oh man, was it the
Robbie's?
shifter? Yeah, he had something fall off, like the bolt came out and fell off.
That's actually common if it's the shifter, that rod.
And he went and bought like a freaking Home Depot bolt or something and put it. He still has it in there. EB
That shifter.
anonymous. These two are sexting right now.
They are. The bromance is intense.
Oh, there he goes.
Built-in
Built-in flashlight.
It's hard to beat. Is it hard to beat though? That's what they're up for.
I mean, it's if you have to
think that was part of the
if you have
joke.
to beat it hard, You got issues, bro.
The shifter.
Brian Topper wants Oleans for the 20 road glide. Sock just sucks, man.
Legends are Oleans. Yep, they're Olins actually.
No, it's Oleans actually.
It's Oleans.
It is Oleans.
Oh, I said that wrong the whole time.
I used to think it was Olins too.
I now recently know that it is Oleans.
How did you find out?
I've been doing some research.
Well, I was on their website. And there's a video on there of somebody talking about
and
they called it Oleans.
They say it in the name, yeah.
George, I live in Sussex, New Jersey. At some point, traffic construction challenge people can almost bank on you.
Oh, 100 almost every time.
Wow. Hard to beat. Hard to beat. Get it? Be a rebel. Take everything back to as it was off the showroom floor.
Yeah.
Listen, you lost me at the handlebars. Harley puts out some poop in the handlebars.
They really have to change those out.
They're in an awkward, uncomfortable position, at least for someone my height, my size.
Even for me.
So William, Sussex is a nice part of our state. Like there's some good riding out there. Sussex is where
Space Farms is,
and it's not far from the
border of Canada.
Stacy, help me out. What's the restaurant there?
Restaurant. He puts it to a restaurant.
No.
Well, they eat a lot.
Yeah, they do.
It's Elias Cole.
Stacy's sleeping.
The Elias Cole that we went to on the way to the lake house.
Oh, you and I went to that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where you were all gushing over the bread.
Yeah, the bread's pretty good.
Yeah, I had meatloaf. It was pretty good.
Yeah, bread's pretty good.
So, I think Sussex County is where Space Farms
is. It's a nice part of New Jersey. The thing with Sussex is there's only a couple of like roads that go through it, and they do get trafficy. You know, like 23 and 15.
What
they get trafficy.
Oh, yeah, you kids. Yeah, no, a lot of you got the quiet freaking stock pipes, would suck, and then you got the handlebars. So those two things.
Right. Those are two things. So what I've recently learned about the 21s is you just can't put slip-ons on the 21s because they already have the breather. So I just can't put slip-ons like I did on the 18. I need to put a tuner in there to put the slip-ons on. So
the shifter on his forward control, 70 miles per hour, took an exit ramp coming up to the stoplight, and the shifter peg was laying on my foot.
Oh, that sucks.
Hey, AB, how your views on?
Yeah.
Heard he's killing it on Grindr.
Yeah, he is killing it on Grindr.
So I had a question. So what else pertaining to buying new or doing mods do you guys want to talk about?
I'm excited to start doing mods again.
Yes,
Stacy might not be excited for me to do mods.
What do you think your first mod?
Space Farms is awesome. I've been there twice. I loved it.
In theory, the first two mods are already on the bike.
Say that again.
In theory, the first two mods are already on the bike.
He pulled them off the old bike.
So it's the windshield and the seat. And I need some highway pegs. As an absolute definite.
That's a must.
So
Hawks Nest is amazing. We rode that a few years back. That's a good time.
18.
Yeah.
About 4 hour ride for me.
Sussex.
It's worth it.
Wind Road Therapy
is awesome. All the riding in that area is nice.
Is where the Wallpack Inn is located, and this is definitely a favorite of Stacy's and I. Wind Road Therapy. Sussex County is where the Wallpack Inn is located. The Wallpack Inn. Because she responded to the Piney Princess.
When did Piney Princess?
But the Wallpack Inn is a very cool restaurant. They have the entire back lit up with spotlights where they feed the deer. And it is it's got a salad bar.
What?
It's got a salad bar. I love the salad bar. Who doesn't love a salad bar? So
we need to get back.
What are you talking about? Salad bar?
At the Wallpack Inn.
Where's the Wallpack Inn? The place we went to?
No, we didn't go there. It's Elias Cole. But
I'm so confused.
The Wallpack Inn is you guys got that messed up.
Stacy's not excited about the mods. George, cable or hydro clutch.
So cable.
Military biker dress.
I think cable 100%.
Take commander with the neighbors.
So what I like the hydraulic clutch starting out because it grabs so late, and I like a clutch that does grab really late. But I think that upshifting and the downshifting in the cable clutch is much easier to be smooth.
Smoother.
Huh.
You know, so
Oh, there's an advantage. Listen, Piney Princess wants to go to, and I think it's a good idea for a video, is that town in Pennsylvania that's on fire.
what do you mean it's on fire?
Under the ground in that town is on fire.
So there's a town buried that's on fire.
No. Under the ground is on fire.
Not the town.
The town is on top of ground that's on fire.
Okay.
Right, babe? Correct me if I'm wrong. Stacy wants a new car before you get mods. Why does she need a new car? What's wrong with her car?
Well, we should have probably negotiated that.
Yo.
Yeah, you lost your chance on that one. Shit the bed.
So
Okay.
Hell's on two wheels. What's up? Centralia, PA. Google that shit.
Yeah.
It's like on fire or something.
Google that shit. You said.
It's yeah. I want to check that out. I think it's good. You laughing at?
Centralia. No, I'll
You
Google it.
laughing at the name Centralia?
I
gonna
am.
Google it
I'm
right
laughing
now
at
while
it.
we're live.
Is there
and
a
in
mine
color.
or something?
Hell's on two wheels says the mine is on fire. Underground fire. And Jackie Boy says the town is pretty much gone now. So the town that is just.
Son of a bitch, Jackie boy, just fucking
Yeah.
ruining everything
Mhm.
tonight.
I think they got rid of Graffiti Highway too.
Excuse me.
If I'm
They
not mistaken.
definitely got rid
They
of.
got rid of that too.
Graffiti
Centralia.
Highway. Yep.
Centralia is a borough near Ghost Town in Columbia County, Pennsylvania, United States. Population has dwindled
Stacy
from
says there's always room for more negotiations.
coal mine
So-
fire, which has been burning beneath the borough since 1962.
There you go.
So I just want to go get my toes out.
Who's stoking the fire?
Satan. I don't know.
Interesting.
The coal.
Turn of events.
Coal miners set a fire 50 years ago. They do it on
I-Flight
purpose.
drones still. Wait, hold up. I-Flight drones still be good to visit.
Where do you see that?
All
The
right.
bottom one.
Down bottom. So, but I mean, going back to mods, I mean, the first real mod that I am
Man in the
obviously
machine, what's up?
not pulling off the bike is going to be bars.
Bars.
It's going to be bars.
He's trying to negotiate some
Yeah.
bars. He's trying to
I'm
get
working
some
on
freebies.
working on that. Working on the bars.
World End State
So-
Park in Forksville, PA. Amazing ride. Oh.
Says the guy from Louisiana.
World
Well, he's actually-
End State. No, he's not.
Listen, he's in Louisiana.
He's
All right.
in Louisiana,
and that's
but
where
he's
he
from
is.
PA.
That, no,
I
that's
spelled my
you know.
name wrong. Droop. I got my beam and do now. Promise I won't get as bad as it last Friday. Listen,
All right, so good night, everybody.
the monthly streams get a little crazy, man.
Monkey streams do get crazy. What's what happens when you get like 500 people on live stream?
Well,
You know.
I feel like if we had women on here with us, and by women I mean our wives, I think it would get a little weird too.
Do you think it would get weird?
Yeah. Piney Princess gets a little feisty when she has a few beverages.
The military biker says, I was in Louise and Anna last week. I thought he was married.
That was from
I
that
mean,
was from Grindr. They're
this
not
guy.
Those are trannies.
The actual names is Luis.
Pipes first, bar
Bar
second,
second.
then haven't, then C,
Then
then
C,
a
then
can.
Cam. He's got an algorithm. I love him. He's like this, then this, then this, then this.
Yeah, because nobody wants to ride around on a sewing machine.
Well, that's true, but you
No
know,
buts. It's true.
Listen, if I got to choose between
Listen,
if I could choose
You
between
rolled up
bars,
here last Thursday with your brand new bike, and I couldn't hear it over my sprinkler system.
who are you kidding me?
I don't even have a sprinkler system. It was silent in the neighborhood. I could hear it.
Piney,
Just saying.
Piney with a sprinkler
Oh.
system. Come on, man.
I'm just saying that thing is pretty quiet.
Come on,
Man, the machine.
man.
Well, I haven't seen iPhone Tim in 2 weeks. So now, iPhone Tim and Windrow Therapy. They had a little thing going on. I thought Mandy the Machine was going to do some MMA on. Anyway,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
good times. What happens in Tazewell stays in Tazewell, right?
So,
ladies.
Here's Drew. Ask him how that algorithm is working for him on the chopper. I don't know. How is that algorithm working for you on the chopper there, Professional Monkey? And I want to know,
Oh, geez.
bro,
The chopper.
if you don't put a sight glass on that tank, come on, man. You gotta put a sight glass on that tank.
Listen, he's trying not to spend money, bro.
Come on, man. Drill a couple of holes, set that thing with the welder. I'll come down and do it for you.
What, do the tube on the
Oh
side so you
yeah,
can see the
I
gas?
can weld
Yeah.
that.
And if you missed the
That'd be
earlier
wicked.
portion of the show where he said he does zero maintenance and wrenching on his bike, but he'll come work on yours for you.
Oh,
He
yeah.
will weld on top of that.
Yeah, all of a sudden he knows how to weld.
I have a welder.
Well, that's
Look at
right.
his face. He was like, what?
And
I have a welder.
what's up? Anyone know of a good place to tent? No, I've been looking for a hotel in Gettysburg, and
Yeah.
I gotta get back. It was a lot of
Freaking
stuff is
tent.
sold out. I don't know.
Yeah. Comment of the night goes to Mrs. Monkey. The algorithm is the only thing that is working. Yeah.
Oh man,
She's
does that mean you use blue pills?
Oh.
That's
boy.
that's terrible, man. I thought you guys were boys.
Oh, we are boys, but hey, I mean,
There goes your bag.
not my first friend that needed blue pills. It's no big deal. I can't control that. I guess.
Are you saying that Papi not working with the blue?
Papi not working with that blue.
What the hell?
That was a pretty good Austin. Yeah, whatever that is.
Whatever. My name is, what is it? Montoya.
What's the address in Gettysburg? Yeah.
What?
Like this guy's coming to Gettysburg. You know that.
It's 1776 Gettysburg Way.
Yeah, that sounded pretty good. I know that's not it, but that sounded pretty good.
The chopper. Get to the chopper's not working, but he doesn't need blue pills. Is that what you're saying?
Get to the chopper. I can't wait to see that
Just
chopper
trying to
done, man.
clarify.
I'm jealous. I think that bike's gonna be really, really cool.
Listen, if
You
he gets
know?
it running.
He'll get it running. He'll get it running.
There you go. Military biker. Are you coming to Gettysburg? Why are you asking? They're not letting you guys out of the.
Yeah, I was gonna
insane
say, can you
asylum
even-
up there.
Canada's like locked down.
You're gonna hit
Monkey
that
is
wall
in
and
the
go-
house. We're honored to have Mrs. Monkey in the house.
Absolutely.
He calls it the chopper. It will run someday. It will run someday.
Absolutely.
You take it to somebody that knows what they're doing.
And so will my so will my Suzuki in the shed. It too will run
that
someday.
is not
Oh,
gonna
that's right.
run.
You do have two.
Why didn't you trade that in?
He still has two.
You could have got $100 for that, no? July 1st,
Wow.
we are free, no restrictions. Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
That's good. Following the science up there.
They should have did it. It would have been fitting if they did it on July 4th. That would have been fitting.
Mm.
Broken clock is wrong twice a day. That's true. Hi,
So
Mrs. Monkey. Oh, shoot. I don't know. I'm just reading these crazy comments. No restrictions. You're getting divorced. Oh, boy.
if not, it'll be on Craigslist Saloon. That's funny.
So how long before you
So-
buy your next new bike?
Me?
Yeah.
Listen.
Because you told me when you got that one, that was your forever bike.
Yeah. Well,
You were never buying another bike.
little did I know.
That was like
That was like
14 months ago.
that wasn't 14 months ago. Man.
The chopper will run right now, provided he runs alongside it and pushes it. Isn't July 4th Ungrateful Colonial Day? Yes, it is. It definitely is.
It is by those of us who are not under the flag of the Queen
And
there.
we'll be partying like it's 1776 here in a couple weeks. A week? Just over a week, right?
Mhm. Yeah, just over a week.
JB Weld all day long. What are we JB welding?
So I mean, listen, at 2 months ago, 3 months ago, there was no talk about buying a new bike. Like I had no.
Well, you hadn't had
Yeah.
permission yet.
Well, I didn't have permission, but it's that's a thing.
End of the story.
But now
The original Brexit. That's right.
There you go. she's as happy with that bike as I am after a couple of rides. I mean, it's comfortable back there.
Well, as long as you don't pop her hip out of place.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Don't talk about your friends that way.
Listen. A, they're not on it. B,
Mhm.
I'm not making anything up. Washington was American Scouse.
Well,
Huh.
this is the problem with these two. One can't spell, one can't speak.
I
I mean, one can't spell anything. The other one I can't understand when he's drunk. So I don't even know.
What's going to be in Craig? Oh, the chopper will be on Craigslist soon.
Oh.
Ooh.
Archosaurus, you should come buy that Suzuki off me. $100, man.
What is he going to do with it?
I will deliver it. He likes to fix stuff.
Military bikers coming to Philly for Independence Day. That'd be
Why?
cool. Come on, y'all, hit that thumbs up. Oh. No?
Mhm.
I mean,
16,
not
man.
Not that all. We don't have the 700 people watching like some people do on their live streams. Are you there anyway for Cape? Oh, he's gonna get us banned from YouTube. This guy.
You're killing us.
The only live stream ever to be demonetized. Thank you, Stevie.
Yes, he did. He get it. There's Professional Monkey.
Even if you have to throw money at it,
it's gonna run.
It'll run.
It will run.
Figure it out. I mean, there's not that much more that it could be.
You know, and it's a chopper, so keep it simple. I mean, that's the whole point of what it's supposed to be. You know, it's supposed to be a simple bike.
And I feel like that's kind of what he's going for. So, I mean, that's perfect. I think he should just leave it real.
I'm wondering, does he need to replace parts, or does he need to just wrench on it?
Well, from what he was saying last night, it sounds like it's wiring.
I'm on my way.
Let's
do this.
He's thinking that he's got some bad wires, I think was what he was saying yesterday. Correct me if I'm wrong, TJ. But it sounded like, because he replaced it, like, what did he replace? The starter and something else. Some sort of relay. Oh, dude. Yeah,
wiring? Shit, that's my thing.
That's your thing? You've been through like 3 stators. How is wiring your thing?
How is stator a wiring?
It's all electrical.
It's a big round ring.
I know, but if you have a short in your wiring, your stator.
How many bars have I done?
Well, bars are
bad grounds and tons of bad relays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wiring. Like that sounds like you need a new wiring harness.
That's a throw money at it.
Yeah.
It's all new wiring and
put a new
all new relays.
Where's Forksville?
Have you guys tried Fox shocks? So William, I'm not considering Fox. So we will see where that.
Have you used Fox shocks?
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
So
because
I mean,
I'm open to any free shocks.
Well, Fox, just like O'Leans, I mean, they do dabble in a lot of different aspects of suspension. O'Leans is big into, Formula One racing and a lot of the types of racing. They're also, Fox is big into mountain bikes, now motorcycles, big into off-road shocks. So
it won't run because he didn't follow the formula. It's not battery relay starter.
Has the beard broke the seal yet? And the answer is negatory. He has not, but there is a small puddle here that I cannot identify, so I don't know exactly.
It's probably cider. You little bitch. No, but I was just kind of thinking about it. Thanks a lot. Cross wires for most, Ever since he saw what he saw at Sturgis, he's had cross wires.
His wires have been crossed?
Yeah.
You mean the reservoir that piggybacks off of the shocks? Is that what you're talking about, Archosaurus?
Thanks, Kenneth Baker.
Thank you, Kenneth. Does the beard have a catheter in? Negatory.
No.
Negatory.
I'm not even
George
looking.
saw the tip.
I'm not looking.
Yes, I'm a freak. What's a spiv? Spiff it and find out. Sniff it. What are we sniffing?
Like
sniff the puddle.
Sniff the puddle.
Sniff the puddle, George.
I'm not sniffing the puddle.
Listen.
Get down there.
This live is
Dickens Cider sponsored. What does Dickens Spiders? What?
Cider. Cider.
No, cider.
Spider. It says spider.
It says cider.
It says
what the fuck is wrong with you?
What the hell? You're having a stroke. Dickens Cider. What is Dickens Cider? Have you had Dickens Cider?
Thank you.
Oh, Dickens Cider.
That's a ship.
Dickens Cider. Dickens. Sound it out.
I got you.
Dickens
I got you.
Do you? No. But if they'd like to, they can give us a call.
Awesome. So what else you got?
Baggers and Brews, laters, dudes. Ride safe, bros.
What else you guys got?
Later, AB. Hey, Archosaurus, I particularly don't see a need for them. I mean, a lot of them, the reservoir and the Oleans and the Legends, they have the reservoir on it. It just holds more fluid so it can have more travel. So that's basically the.
Well, they're supposed to be more responsive as well.
Yeah,
I mean that's more tunable. I mean that's.
So for those that are hardcore, that's probably the way you want to go. For those that want,
And Robbie's tough, and Robbie tough.
yeah.
Oh, he just called you a woman.
He's tough, man. I gotta tell you.
Listen, you can tickle his testicles with his beard.
Oh, man, we brought out the beard.
So where was that with the shock with the reservoirs question?
Archosaurus up top.
Just my opinion, but they look goofy. What looks goofy?
I don't think they look goofy at all.
What are we talking about?
The
reservoir,
reservoirs on the suspension.
You know what?
I think depending upon the bike, I think they look pretty cool. I mean,
the racing, what are they called? The
performance
baggers.
baggers.
Baggers. It fits, and it has a purpose.
$20 is $20, guys.
No, that's $5, not even 20.
That's he's Canadian.
So yeah, so
I mean, again, yeah, it does depend on the bike. So I think Adam doesn't have them.
Adam has them.
Yeah.
Superman of New Jersey has them. If you see him on Instagram, I think that bike looks good. I think depending upon. So most of them are gold. They're either gold or black on most of the models that you see.
And Legends is blue.
Well, Legends is blue. Okay, but
black and blue or just blue?
I mean, I think depending upon depending upon the color of the bike, that thing also could look pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I'm thinking about. I mean, I don't know.
It's function over looks. It does have a purpose, and it is a good one, but it's not for everybody. I mean, that's really like high-end stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. I've been trying to hold out. Like I was trying to see if one of them Legends or Oleans would be at one of the rallies we're going to be at. I haven't seen. It doesn't look like Legends is going to be anywhere. It doesn't look like they go to rallies.
I've been looking for them in Ocean City because I really would like.
They're not. Oleans will be there though.
Oleans will be there,
which is why I'm like, well, maybe I'll just. Because you'll get the free install at least, at a rally.
Right.
Yeah, but it's also like an extra $500 on top of what the other ones.
What?
No, it's not.
No, they're not.
No,
it's not.
No.
I was just
not even close.
They're very comparable. They're within like $30.
Really?
Yeah.
And the Oleans,
the two different ones that I was looking at.
The Oleans, I think the Oleans are cheaper.
Each one of them have different levels. And I was looking at the comparable ones to the two, and they were like $30 apart.
Legends change everything. Can't even describe the difference. Yeah, I mean, listen, Stevie. I think any one of these, aftermarket suspensions is really should be a serious upgrade over what you had. I mean, Legends is right. They're made in South Dakota. They're made in Sturgis, South Dakota. They are the brand that has made the connection with the motovlog community
the most,
for sure.
Yes,
for sure. Oleans is a Swiss-German based company that also has a headquarters here in the U.S. So they do support U.S. jobs. They have a very large headquarters down in North Carolina. Fox is another company. Fox is a U.S. company as well. So
Oleans is Swedish, right?
Started Swedish, but now they're like Swedish and German and North Carolina.
Swedish just because they opened a U.S.
Yeah.
facility.
Listen, I mean,
why is no one talking about Wilbur? Because isn't Wilbur really expensive?
Yeah.
Is Wilbur what Pro Monkey did? Wasn't that Wilbur what you did, TJ?
Dan Osborne, if you only do rear shocks, you'll quickly realize how terrible the front is. Yeah, you know what? Probably, but one thing at a time. I mean, it's
Road Rash. What's up?
Yeah, I don't know that you lose your passenger seat, Archosaurus. That they sit a little further back. Now I think you might lose like a luggage rack or something like that if you have the kit.
No, they sit like down inside the bags.
They sit right in the back.
The reservoirs? Yeah, you're not losing a luggage rack or anything with those.
Yeah, so I don't have them. I don't know. I don't plan on getting them, Archosaurus. So I don't know. I'm looking more at the non-reservoired suspension.
That's a good question because we were just talking about this Archosaurus. I would definitely pull off the rears because that's like easy to do.
If you had a bike with Legends and traded it in, do you take them off?
If
you're
100%.
getting the same bike, 100%.
Definitely the rears. I mean, I don't know. I personally would not be tapping into the forks. That's not. I'm like TJ.
They're a little harder.
I don't want to mess with that. But the rears, absolutely. That's what 4 bolts.
Even if not
2 and 2. Yeah.
Even if they don't fit on a new bike, you sell them. I mean, you just
Yeah,
don't, you just
yeah.
don't give them.
Why give it? Why give
Absolutely.
it? Wilbur's has less expensive ones also. Well, nobody wants the cheap ones, dude. I have the I can't even Nevo mats. Top of the line, but they have ones that are self-leveling. Okay.
Mhm.
Aren't they German? Is Wilbur's German? I thought they were German.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know anything about
I don't know.
Wilbur's, honestly.
I'm asking the guy
Yeah.
that has them.
Alaskan.
Guy that has them. Are Wilbur's German? Lady Heritage. Hello. I haven't seen that name before. Have you ever heard of Suspension Technology? Saw them at Laconia? No, I haven't.
Yeah, no,
Remember
I don't know who they are
Suspension
either.
Technology.
My dealer was switch
I
shocks for
haven't
free.
heard
when
of
it comes to
Laconia is
legends.
where Austin got German. Yeah, that's what I thought. Is where Austin got his center stand.
You even have that center stand on the bike anymore?
It'll be on again. I took it off for when I took it in, but yeah, it's on there. What did he say about Laconia now? You ever heard the suspension technology on Laconia?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Guns and Rides around 1,300 for front and rear. Guns and Rides. What?
Mhm.
Oh wait.
What's up, PA Biker?
Ask. Guns and Rides said, "What do legends cost?" So I got a quote
Depends.
from having the work done and getting it ordered through the dealership, Barb's dealership. I got a quote, and I was getting a little bit of a discount for like a winter,
The winter
maintenance
Yeah.
servicing, whatever.
Yeah.
They had a deal going on, so I had a little bit of a discount. But for front and back installed by the dealership, I think was about around 2,100. That's installed now. Like if you got the stuff and can do it yourself, obviously you're gonna get it.
That's actually
cheaper
pretty good.
because I think
Well, in the winter, I mean, people.
I feel
That's
like it was
actually really
like
good.
You're getting a discount, in the winter because our dealers are slow. There's not a lot of maintenance going on.
Yeah.
what
So
did somebody
they
answered
off-
1,300?
Yeah, I think somebody said
Yeah,
that.
roughly. Give or take a few dollars. If you're just getting just the material and you're
That's-
gonna do the install
That's
yourself.
that's parts. Yeah.
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 And again, depending on what line,
Free if you want.
depending on what line you go for.
Yeah, true too.
Yeah. So I did my own fork springs when I redid the bike in black and stuff like that. And I would do it again if I had to, but I really don't want to. It was more tedious than anything.
Tedious.
Yeah, it was a pain in the neck. It was not
Tedious.
Moto Mortician said
it was not easy.
800 for parts and
It
six.
is. It is.
800 for parts, 650 for labor, 650 for labor.
800 for
sounds-
parts on what?
for fronts.
Just fronts?
Yeah,
650
that
for labor?
sounds a lot.
That's a
for
lot.
labor. That's six and a half
That's 6.5
That's a lot.
hours?
worth of work. That sounds like a lot of money.
Sounds like it's scary.
It is
Just
not
the
six-
back's going to make all the
it-
difference. The rear shock is 95% of your ride, says Stevie Foe.
It is not.
I heard that,
yeah.
and then other folks on here were saying that they had just the back done, and then when they got finished with a couple rides, they switched to the front right away because they still felt it.
Yeah.
So
Rule of thumb is if you have to change
It's
a
tough.
suspension out and you can only do one, start with the rears first,
Yeah.
and then go ahead and do the forks later on. But for sure, do the rears first.
yeah, well, he definitely did get a top of the line for Wilbur.
So yeah, I think rear shock's 95% of your ride too. I
My
mean, it's,
ex-wife is stoking the fire for what?
although unless you're riding through Iowa, man, you're riding through Iowa.
Oh,
dude,
Yo, you need some good front suspension for Iowa because
those
them
highways
roads.
sucked.
they were horrible.
Mhm.
I honestly think my bars
Nebraska's
Move back.
roads weren't any better when I was
1 inch
Mm.
because I had
You
we
think
hit
the
those.
monkey get the forks changed to Wilbur's as well?
I don't know.
Oh, the forks. I misread.
Moto Mortician. I'm a few beers deep in the labor price, maybe up a bit.
Yeah,
6.5 hours to do some suspension.
yeah.
That dealer needs a better tech.
You must have been at an Indian dealership.
I could probably do it in 6.5 hours. I got no fucking idea what I'm doing. I mean,
They're not that easy.
Front forks are not hard to change the springs.
It depends on the bike. I mean, if you
It
have
does.
to
I think
open
it
it
does.
up, you can pull out the spring like
Don't
a
you gotta
Dyna.
pull out the fairing and all that stuff off for like mine?
Mhm.
Well, for yours, you have to pull the
Yeah.
fairing off.
Yep.
And everything, but
Oh,
Hmm.
that sucks.
mine, I have to take the whole nacelle of the headlight. I got to take that off to be able to remove mine.
You know what,
Front
Lady
wheel has to
Heritage?
come. So
I feel like
it sucks.
I feel like that's a lot of this country, man. We have a lot of jacked up. Our infrastructure kind of does suck, and a lot of roads need work. I mean, Jersey has some shit roads.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have some shit roads.
We did hit some bad roads when we were up in Laconia, riding the main area and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was some bad roads when we
Mhm.
rode up there.
Yeah.
We've been there, Lady Heritage. We've been there, and it was some rough ones.
Pro Action suspension front and rear, just parts 1,300. My buddy installed them. So yeah, like 1,300.
Yeah,
And
that's
if you actually had a dealer do it, you're probably going to be somewhere around $2,000.
mhm. For both front and rear.
Yeah.
Maybe. I feel like Johnny was less, but
Who was less?
the Four Stooge.
Well, he got a winter special
Yeah.
from Ocean Harley.
Yeah.
So they knocked off. It was like 30%.
Yeah,
or
this
something
guy's
off.
killing me over here, Robbie. Robbie, you're killing me, brother.
That's a good one.
Killing me.
Certified Harley Tech, huh?
Because I got chin
He's got
whiskers.
the chin whiskers going.
I have the Wilbur fronts in a box. I just don't want to do it. So have it done.
Yeah.
Bro, $550 to have it done. If you didn't pay for the parts, that's a steal. Massachusetts roads are awful. Well, everything about Massachusetts sucks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Chin scary. Roads are horrible in southern what? Yes, they
Mhm.
are.
They're horrible.
Like I
everywhere.
said, man, we got some road issues in this country.
Yeah.
I think some of, the,
Gettysburg is depressing, man.
some of the nice roads we hit were like
I'm
South Dakota.
dreary. What do
That
you mean?
highway in South Dakota was fine. I mean, it was windy, but it wasn't like all banged up. You know, and they have tough winters up there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like they've kind of figured out how to.
You know, I mean, I thought
think they figured out with the combination of
Uh,
material used on the
I-
road.
I didn't think
it was red.
I didn't think
it
it was-
wasn't black. It wasn't concrete.
Yeah.
It was a mix.
I think Wisconsin wasn't bad. Wisconsin had decent roads when we were across
Minnesota was
Wisconsin.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
When we
Was
went
it?
through Minnesota, it was pretty bad. The snakes on the road were pretty bad.
Illinois was like whatever.
Illinois was horrible. I'm not
Rivers and
even.
Legends are the same.
What?
Well, in
Mhm.
Illinois is Illinois.
Yeah.
The roads I rode last weekend here in Canada were great. Well, that's because for most of the year they don't let you ride on them because you're told when and where you can ride. So the roads are fantastic when you're allowed to ride that
Uh-huh.
one day of the year.
Yep.
You don't start. PMAC. Front and back, Wilbur's. Huh. I-90
About
is
same
red.
price.
Yeah, I-90 is red. You mean to tell
Yeah.
me that you hillbillies don't have a local off-road suspension place that can handle your street bikes? Did he just call us hillbillies?
He did.
Wow.
What
Are
we,
you from Pittman?
we have no hills. He has fewer hills in Pittman than we have here.
The buddy's selling Legend Revo A's for 800
Fucking-
plus.
Yeah, Robbie is on a roll.
That's actually the suspension I'm looking at is the Revo A's. But it's for the back, 800 plus, that's $124 less than brand new. So how old are they?
Yeah, they're like 925.
They're
right now.
925 brand new. Find a
Yeah.
drag dealer and see what they can do for you. So the red
That
line,
sounds like a lot of work, man. I'd rather just buy the damn
Yeah.
Legends and call it a day.
actually red line off of 206 is probably the most reasonable price for labor in the whole area.
Well, I can ride me around too, dude.
So we need to check to see how much they would charge just to have
I
an
thought,
idea.
okay, so is it different parts of Canada where certain times of the year you're not allowed to ride without
Okay, he's fixed on something.
winter, what do they say? Like, what did Two Wheels Down say? Chains or some crap on the tires or winter, some sort of tires? I don't know. You Canadians are weird.
They have good fries though.
They have good fries?
Yeah.
Are they pommes frites?
Poutine.
Oh, well, that's not fries.
Well, it's-
Poutine isn't fries.
What is poutine? It's fries with cheese and gravy.
So it's fries with something that makes it called poutine.
Right.
If you took the gravy and cheese away, they wouldn't be calling it poutine. They'd be calling them freaking freedom fries, just like we are.
But it's a mashed potatoes.
You're missing the point, bro.
What
The
heck
fries
is
are not
happening?
called poutine. They're only called poutine because it's got cheese and gravy on it.
Oh boy.
Do you guys know what poutine is? George is going to tell you. It's French fries.
So
Who's a drag dealer?
Huh?
Somebody's a drag
professional in America.
Merca.
Yeah.
He said, "Find a drag dealer."
I don't
South
even
Dakota,
what do you mean
Mike.
find a drag dealer. Like someone that has drag queens? It's
Oh.
only in Quebec where you cannot in the winter. Okay.
All right.
That's weird.
Indiana, Ohio Turnpike sucks. Yes, Adam, man. Ohio has 2 seasons as far as I'm
this freaking
concerned.
joke.
You know, winter.
You got this?
Oh, yeah, you got to go, huh? Look, he's like dancing across
Wait
the
a
room
minute,
right
hold
now.
up here. Chris
Shut
Copeland.
up.
My buddy is selling Legends Revoy for $800.
Uh,
Find a.
uh.
Let's see what they can do for you.
That's funny. Fries and cheese or gravy at the Peter Pank Diner back in the day. Yes, Badger Bill, there he goes. He could not hold it any longer. He was sitting here shaking, grooving, squirming in his chair. He is he's donezo.
He had to go.
Putin, is that some sort of vegan thing? That's what a hillbilly from Galax, West Virginia would say. But nope, it's fries and cheese curds and gravy. That's it, Drew. Liam, disco fries. Kind of like disco fries, a little bit different.
Okay, so now I get what you're saying, Chris Copeland. The buddy that's selling the ones for $800 plus tax, he's a drag dealer, so he's hooking people up. Gotcha.
Peter Pank was on Route 9. Oh, Wynn Road. Where was that on Route 9? I don't know that diner. I don't think I ever knew that diner.
Which one is that?
Peter Pank.
I think that's a little north.
One of my favorite diners is the Ben Dix Diner.
The
And
what?
It's called the Ben Dix Diner.
The Ben.
Ben Dix. BENDIX.
I'm sure you guys also heard what I heard.
So
it's his favorite diner.
that's right on 17.
And I'm glad he missed it.
Oh, he did miss it. Snooze, you lose. Watch the replay. Now he's got pizza.
Listen, I was
Okay,
upstairs.
time to call it.
I was upstairs and I found what do we call them?
He said Galax, West Virginia. Never heard of that place. I live in Virginia.
Galax. Sure it's not
Regardless.
Galax?
Nope, it's Galax. It's Galax. You know, it sounds like I can't.
Hi. What'd I miss?
What about replacement tires for a Harley? I have only ever gone with the Harley Dunlops. I have never really changed things out. I think Austin, well, you have a different front tire on.
Well,
I don't know what you got on the
He's
back.
an old bridge.
We've had the American Elite, which has actually been pretty good. Which is also I think it's a Dunlop.
Made by
tire, right?
Dunlop.
But it's the American Elite version of it. I have the Dunlop 207s in the front.
No, Toby.
Mhm.
So
We're a responsible channel. We don't get drunk. Especially when we're drinking hard cider.
now, why'd you have to come on here and just ask that? I mean, really?
Michigan people. Corey says Michigan Commander. I've heard a lot of people talk about the
heard that
Michigan
too.
Commanders. Metzlers are also good. Yep.
I've heard good things about Metzlers.
good.
There's some they've had some bad cons on it, but yeah.
So who in the side chat? Oh, 69 again. Oh, just jump. Who in the side chat is going to be either at Ocean City in September or Biketoberfest in Daytona in October? Go.
It's 554
Bye-bye.
for the
No,
Shocks.
thank you.
Bye-ball.
Yeah, William. I mean the Fox Shocks are.
No.
I actually didn't even know they made motorcycle shocks until a couple of years ago. We saw them on the Roland Sands Road Glide at the New York Motorcycle Show. It was the first time.
The what, Fox?
Yeah, the Fox Shocks were on that.
Wind Road Therapy is going to be in Biketoberfest. Man,
Nice.
she's gonna be in Biketoberfest. Okay.
I don't understand why Mandy's not going to be at Ocean City. It's not all that
I
far.
know. Or Gettysburg.
Mm.
PA from West Virginia, that's not far, is it?
No.
That's around the corner.
Toby's got Commander, Michelin Commander.
Those are good tires. Michelin Commander 2s. They're good tires.
Thank you, Desiree.
I think Fort Stu just ended up getting the Commander 3s.
Did he?
They just, that's the new ones he just put on.
$25 bridge tunnel. Where's he coming from?
Chesapeake. He's hitting the Chesapeake Bay
Chesapeake
Bridge
Bay.
Tunnel. Yeah,
Where's he coming?
He's going
North?
down. This is Route 1. No.
He's coming from the south. I think.
He's
Yeah.
coming
That's
from
what I'm saying,
the
he's
south
going
up
north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we live in Jersey. You can't go to the grocery store without a toll. So
No, it's ridiculous.
I wouldn't mind taking
I think-
a ride down to Ocean.
I think I probably-
OBX and hit that tunnel.
I think I probably
Okay,
paid.
Yeah.
the bridge or the tunnel? The bridge? Long bridge?
Oh, the bridge.
PA Biker will be
I'd
at
like to ride
Gettysburg.
that, too.
Yeah. Let's do it.
He goes
Take a
tunnel
fucking
and then
weekend.
comes back up the
Yep.
bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a weekend.
That's the one he's.
Well, we
talking
could do that. How far is that? That could be an
800.
iron butt.
Yeah, it's 800 something. No, we'd have to go further.
Hmm.
I know OBX.
We're trying to plan an iron butt from New Jersey. So we're trying to figure out what direction to go for the 1,000 miles. It would probably be like 500 one direction and then 500 back. PA Biker will be at Gettysburg.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Mandy Machine says she loves Ocean City, but she's going to the world record poker run, so vacation
that's
time is
right.
already used between that and Biketoberfest.
So you've been to Ocean City Bike Fest?
Yeah, she said
that. She
said that before.
Thank you, Stevie. Take care.
You ain't going
You
nowhere.
got to go plow some
No,
cow corn.
Yeah, he's got to go pick some corn.
Oh shit.
That cattle corn.
Mhm.
Oh shit.
That Nebraska cattle corn, man, they'll get you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they grow out there is feed corn, right? Is that what they grow in Nebraska? It's feed corn? Basically. Yeah.
Toby Northern says wife and he are doing the iron butt down to Port Charlotte. Oh, okay. So you're gonna do it on the way. It's 1,000.
Mm.
Man, you really want to do an iron butt before starting that long ride?
I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
Don't try and talk sense into these people.
More power to you, man.
Yeah.
Have you done 8+ days of 500 miles at a time?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Maybe you have. Maybe it's
Mm-mm.
no big deal. It's just that's a lot of rides,
It's the
man.
it's the monkey's anniversary. I had no idea.
Yeah,
What?
that's why they're going to
To Disney.
Epcot.
Okay.
Where do you see that? Oh, happy anniversary!
Mhm.
Yeah, 10 years. Whoa, what just happened there? 10 years. Yeah, we were talking about that last night.
Oh man.
I just realized I have huge ears. Just cleaned bugs out of both of them from tonight's ride. That's weird.
Well, you know.
What was this about OBX? I said something about OBX. Where'd that go?
Stevie Foe said he's got 3,000 acres of that cow corn. Laugh all the way to the bank.
Good one, brother.
All the clouds. Wait, what did he say? Got 3,000 acres of that cow corn.
I'll tell
That's
ya.
funny. I had Fox on my dirt bike when I raced motocross. Okay.
Mhm.
Uncle lives in Florida. Okay. UCM Pigs bagger on a budget. All the clowns from Jersey on 168 South on the weekends to OBX. I love OBX.
Never been.
I know you haven't. That sucks.
Never been to the Outer
OBX
Banks.
is- That
Really?
there's
That
no
would be,
more
Yeah, never been.
relaxing vacation than
flipping
going
love
to
that
Outer
place.
Banks.
Never been.
Love that place.
It's so much fun. It's so relaxing. We're doing the Iron Butt a couple days before and getting to Port Charlotte on the 28th. Couple days to recoup. Yeah, that's good. I would definitely give a couple days. I would just call their bike license.
I'm thinking about tomorrow.
All right,
for-
go up to UCM Pigs. Did you just call all the clowns from Jersey?
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, we read that.
Yeah.
Listen, we
It
like
just
the Outer
tra- it
Banks.
just-
It's the only way to get
Yeah,
there.
it just translated from English to Puerto Rican in his mind.
Yeah, that was some,
It was like 5 minutes
I
ago.
was reading another comment.
what was that? SAP?
SAP. Somebody
He
who
was
hit his
strong.
SAP button.
What are you doing next summer? Arch Source, what are you doing next summer? Curious. Just call me Pigs. Okay, Pigs. Gotcha. This is Monkey. Adam Rugg. Thanks. Oh, for the anniversary. Yes, happy anniversary, Mrs. Monkey. Can't believe you made it 10 years with that big fat clown. Oh, it's funny. This is Monkey. My anniversary is tomorrow. Cool.
Did 4,000 miles in 9 days, 9 states last summer. What a ride. That sounds like a good one.
That's a good ride.
That's a good ride.
That is a good ride.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Funny, Nunya.
So,
What did Nunny say? Cheat on our but just down on the bags hold. What?
that's funny. You don't get that joke, huh?
I do, but it's not a good one. Iron butt. Funny idea. All right. You guys have
Pretty
anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's it. It's been a while since we did a live stream, man. I missed it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I
Me
feel like it's been what 2 or 3 weeks, I feel?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Nice.
2 weeks we didn't do it, so I think it's 3 weeks since our last.
Could be because, maybe.
Yeah.
295 north to Trenton, then 95 south to Florida.
Ugh. What the heck?
What?
Oh man.
The 12,000 miles in 20 days, and I ran 2,500. Okay. I
So
missed it as well. 10,000. Oh, 2016.
so yeah,
All right.
I got nothing. Happy to have a new bike. It's awesome. Happy to pick it up.
You happy to have your bike back?
I am so happy to have my bike back. Absolutely happy. I can't wait till it's actually the final tune is done. So
they both got bikes,
Mhm.
brand new and basically reborn.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Now we'll see if I can get them to actually ride them.
Yeah. It's the only thing I'm missing right now because I can't put on the
Thanks,
fat
Monkey.
tire until after the final tune, which I still need to put in the braking miles. So I'm missing my fat front tire.
Pro Monkey, thanks, man.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for inviting me on last night. I had a good time. Looking forward to hanging out with you in person in July, man.
Happy anniversary.
And happy
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
Congrats to you guys. Have fun at Epcot. I love Epcot. So when you're doing drinks around the world, have one for me, please. Love that place.
Yep.
I love Disney. You've never been to Disney.
Dan Osborne,
have.
I went with the Power Vision at the license and went with the Power Vision tuner. Yep. Probably the best thing I ever did.
Congrats on the road glide, George. Congrats on
Thank
getting
you.
your bike back, Austin.
Thanks, Toby.
Muy bueno. Muy bueno. Drew, glad I was able to hang out for a little bit. George State Golden Pony Boy. Please don't take offense to me. I'm just messing with you.
Oh, I know. I gotta deal.
That's
I gotta deal with this. So I mean, level expert.
Listen, got that brand new bike just sitting in the garage. You never rides because you got to go to birthday parties every weekend.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
There we go.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Thank you, Lee.
we'll see if Stacey's
Thank you,
still
Lady
watching.
Heritage. You'll
We'll
know
be
in a
chatting
minute.
in any second now. So yeah,
Da, da, da.
we're at 2.5. We're gonna wrap it here because some people got to get up early in the morning,
Early.
go do real jobs.
Thank you, Joe.
So we're gonna wrap it up here. I'm not sure. We haven't really discussed our next one.
I'm sure it'll be next week.
Probably be next week. We don't know. We don't know if we're having a guest or it's just going to be us. But we'll plan on being back next week.
Thank you, Brent.
Something else to talk about. Something else to laugh about. Great live baggers, Bruce CL, and Flip. Thank you. So we will see you guys all on the Flippy Floppy next week, 8 o'clock. We'll give you the details in the coming week. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Make sure you're following us on Instagram to get the details of our
Stacey's
lives.
yelling at me in a text message.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
Shit just got real.
That's when it's real. When
It's real, it comes through text message.
when it didn't come through the.
But I love you, Stacy. What about me? What about my love? Pre-4th of July live stream, yes. Because at the Cheney House, we have a 4th of July party every year. Another sore subject. Sorry, Stacy.
Maybe we should go live from the 4th of July
Maybe
party.
we will go live a little bit when we get a little tuned up.
Not with that. Not with that.
Maybe we'll do that. That might be a good
Joe.
idea. An unplanned live stream during the 4th of July party. But we will be back next week, and we will see you all then. All right?
Absolutely.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Love you guys. Catch you next time. Yeah, and hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
Share, subscribe. We're almost to 4,000.
Woohoo! Thank you, everybody.
Are you going to end it, or am I going to keep drawing this out?